lot of that on the red carpet.
Yes, and music is the one thing that brings everybody together, no matter your music taste, no matter where you come from. Music is the one thing that kind of links us all. So.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. All right, so Rick Ross is coming up next. I'm so excited to talk to him. He's got a major fur on. I'm warning you guys. Keep your eye out for this Rick Ross outfit. Rick, we actually talked to Rick last year at the Grammy Awards, so I'm so excited that he's coming back to talk to us again.
Yes, Ari, so you were at the last year's Grammy Awards, and they were in LA that time.
Yes.
And it was a bit of a different vibe there also, right?
Yeah, last year was in LA. It was like warm outside. Everything was super laid back. Everyone was in like really low-cut dresses. We still are, clearly. But in New York, it's actually like it's cold outside, and it just feels more New York. I went to the Rock Nation brunch yesterday, actually, and that was like such a New York moment because there was a lot of rappers from Jay-Z to Jim Jones and all these different artists from New York were like kind of enjoying just being in their hometown. All right, so Rick Ross is coming up next. I'm excited. If you guys have questions for Rick Ross, let us know in the comments below.
He keeps teasing us. He walks a little closer to us, and then he goes back.
Ricky Rose, we're ready for you.
All right, come on in.
So you are live with Refinery 29. Welcome.
Let's get it, baby. What's happening?
So tonight we're talking a lot about the Time's Up movement, women in music. What do you think that men can be doing to better support women in this industry?
Well, you know, it's always a lot of things that we could say, but at the end of the day, I think me being in the hip hop culture, I think, you know, when you look at Cardi B, she's been a great example. I think, you know, she's made chasing your dreams a little more realistic for a lot of girls, I believe, around the world, because there was only so many females that really got love. And, you know, she kind of jumped off the porch, and, you know, she's moving at a hell of a pace. And here we are, and, you know, the game embracing her. Like tonight, I'm looking forward to her performance.
Yeah,
me too.
We are too. So on a lighter note, this year in music, we've seen a lot of great collaborations. Who is one person that you'd love to collaborate with that you haven't already?
Bruno Mars is most definitely one that I love. The Boston Bruno.
I would love a Bruno song, a little,
Yeah.
Get a little.
Why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No, thank you so much. Have fun tonight.
Thank you, too.
Thanks for stopping by.
Enjoy.
We'll see you soon.
Yes. Love Rick Ross.
Yeah, me too. But as we prepare for more Celebs to Arrive, we're going to go ahead and toss back to you guys in the studio.
Rick and Bruno, we need that track.
I'm here
for
ready.
it.
I'm ready. Absolutely. And our girls out there look so fabulous. You guys are amazing.
Absolutely. We're going to be checking in with Emily and Ariana on the Grammys red carpet all night. But before we give out our first award, we want to know how you all at home are celebrating. So comment down below and let us know how you guys at home are prepping for the Grammys tonight.
Woo-hoo!
And one more thing before we get into our awards. We have our resident bartender, Josh, here whipping up some amazing cocktails for us. Josh, please let me know what's our first drink for tonight.
Hey guys, our first drink tonight is going to be a twist on the classic margarita. I call it a Desperita. Yeah? No? That's me. So we're twisting this up. Instead of the traditional tequila, we're going with a much smokier and deeper, richer mezcal. It's a young mezcal, not aged very long. So to compensate for that, I've upped the amount of Cointreau a little bit, the amount of lime juice a little bit, and I've added in some agave syrup. So it's going to sweeten and brighten it up. And of course, you cannot have a margarita without Cointreau because the margarita is itself a twist on the sidecar. The Cointreau is the original orange liqueur. I love it. It's one of my favorite mixing ingredients. And as far as snacks goes, guys, we have the damn yams. Sweet potato fries, as you would know them. So, cheers, guys.
Thank you, Josh.
So much cheers,
You're
Josh.
always so creative with the drinks and the snacks.
Yes.
Is this?
This
I'm gonna be
young
drinking this.
mezcal,
Yes,
though.
Josh.
I'm gonna be drinking this despacito, very slowly.
Very slowly.
Smoky.
Delicious. So guys, we keep saying that Grammy is the biggest night in music, obviously.
Absolutely.
But this
Right.
time it's 60 times bigger because it's its 60th awards ceremony. So much Grammys, so little time, so many performances that I'm so excited about.
Beyond.
Tonight it's going to be Bruno Mars and Cardi B.
Listen, hey.
Elton John, Miley Cyrus, Kesha, Kendrick Lamar, SZA. Like, what an amazing group. I'm so pumped to see them rock out on the Grammy stage.
And you know what? I'm going to be totally honest. Sometimes I watch the Grammys just for the performances alone.
Right.
Like, honestly, let's be honest. Yeah. But I will say this year we have two of the biggest categories with such diverse nominations among them. Okay, so let's get started first. Record of the Year. Record of the Year, we have Redbone by Childish Gambino, The Story of OJ by Jay-Z, 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars, Despacito, we've been talking about it all night, and Humble by Kendrick Lamar. Like,
So many.
I don't even know who I can give it to. Like, Record of the Year, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to Despacito because that is my anthem and that is my song.
I mean, look, they can all take home Grammy Gold tonight, but my boy Bruno, every track magic. It's 24 karat magic.
I'm not mad at that at all. And then we can get into album of the year. Now, we had a lot of albums in 2017, so this was a very tough one to hone in on. But nominations, we have Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino, 444 by Jay-Z, Melodrama by Lorde, 24 Karat Magic Bruno Mars, and Damn by Kendrick Lamar. I honestly have no idea who's going to take this one.
It's tough.
I mean, I love that Lorde is on there, representing the
absolutely.
females.
Yes.
We love that.
Yes.
But I love Jay-Z's comeback with 444. You know, after Lemonade, we didn't know what he was going to do. He was so open, vulnerable, authentic on his track. So I'm all about 444 this year.
I'm with Serena on this one.
Yes.
I definitely am. Jay-Z is my uncle, so I'm going to be a little biased, but I mean, 444 was literally the album of the year, and honestly, I think Josh can agree with me. What do you think, Josh?
I mean, any other year, I think Damn would take this category because it's such a great album. It's a classic album. I'd compare it to Illmatic. It's a very, very classic album.
Nice.
But 444 has done something that we've never seen before. Jay-Z was a golden era rapper. He made success, he stayed successful, and he came out the other side a stronger and bigger man for it. And he made an album about that growth. We've never seen that before. I think you have to give him credit for that. It's groundbreaking.
We agree with you, Josh.
No, literally, Josh said everything that
Is
I
Josh
could
a
have
fan?
said.
Is Josh a fan?
We're unclear.
We're in the fam. We're in the Carter family. Okay, so me and Josh are totally here. Okay, so we got record of the year. We got album of the year. Now let's transition to best new artist. Again, a lot of new artists in 2017, so I was very happy with all of the nominees. But for best new artist, we have Alessia Cara, Lil Uzi Vert, Khalid, Julia Michaels, and my girl SZA. She has 5 nominations, and she's performing tonight. So me personally, I'm rooting for my girl SZA.
I love that. And she's the most nominated female tonight.
Yes, she
so
is.
exciting. 5 nominations is huge.
I mean, but Alessia Cara, that voice, so unique.
So unique,
Such
absolutely.
A different sound. We haven't really heard that kind of raspy, sexy, edgy, poppy.
It seems so effortless for her.
I know.
Right.
And that's what I love about it. And that track with Logic, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But you guys, I love Khalid. He's so young, and he's like, I love his lyrics. I love his songs. They're so like, I listen to them all the time on repeat. So, and he's so young. He literally just graduated high school. What were you guys doing when you graduated high school? Because I was not.
I was
nominated for a Grammy.
About to say, I was stressing about where I was going for college. It was nothing like Grammy award heights, like nothing of that nature.
So wild. This category particularly always, you know, gives everybody really excited because they're so happy about this person. But this is like, okay, here's a whole lot of career ahead of you. Get excited and like amped up for. So I don't know. Best new artist. We'll see.
Now, as Emily mentioned earlier, there are over 80 categories this year. And while the Recording Academy comprises about 21,000 people, only 12,000 vote. So it's going to be very interesting to see who takes home some Grammys tonight.
That's so interesting. And I mean, another interesting fact about the Grammys is the silence of the Time's Up and Me Too movements. You know, this award season, Hollywood has been very vocal about moving beyond the hashtags and the red carpet fashion moments to fight for the inequalities of the industry. And many critics have criticized the Grammys for not speaking up. I mean, the music industry has been virtually silent during all of this time. And I find it very interesting that there's all of this, you know, speculation and rumor that Kesha, who sort of pioneered this movement in recent news, that she's bringing a lot of this movement to the forefront, to the stage tonight. So let's hope that Kesha is not the only person and woman to speak up tonight.
Okay.
And so that means boys of the entertainment industry, I'm talking to you, it's time to use your platform tonight and start acting like real men.
Yes,
Okay, yes. Thank you for using your platform.
I don't have a mic to drop.
Boom.
I totally agree with you, Steve. And speaking of Time's Up, I feel like in the red carpets that we've seen so far, there's less an emphasis on what women and people are wearing and more about what they're saying.
Yes.
So I'm really excited to hear what people have to say on the red carpet with Emily and Ariana at Madison Square Garden. But I'm also excited to see the looks. I mean, I feel like the Grammys is different than other red carpets, right?
It is.
It's a little more funky. I mean, look at what we're wearing tonight, right?
Come on, let's be honest.
And let's not forget that Google Images was basically created because J-Lo rocked Versace in 2000 and looked fuego.
That V-neck plunge line, like,
never forget.
she stole the show that year.
Absolutely. Just like we stole the show this year. Am I right?
You are totally
Guys,
right.
what are you wearing? Tell me more.
But ladies first, please tell us.
Please, thank you so much. Our good friends at Run the One Way held it down for me this year. I am wearing their Slate and Willow Carleen dress. Makeup done by my girl Jessica. Hair done by my girl Asia. Thank you so much, everyone. I look amazing, all because of you.
Yes, golden goddess.
You know me. I love to be a golden goddess. It's a little too easy, but I love it.
It's effortless, dear.
Thank you,
golden
Steve.
goddess.
What about you, Steve?
My friends at Topshop, always hooking it up. So Topshop, top man, always giving me these fine studs and duds. And I thought, like, you know, I was going to go with white. I thought this was a little different. I've never done a white suit jacket before.
Yeah,
and
it's
Justin
crisp.
Bieber rocked this a couple years ago.
You
and I
are
was
pulling
like,
it off.
Well, yeah, so thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling super fly this evening.
There you go.
Stunning.
Serena.
You look, both of you.
Yes, Serena.
I love being next to you.
Talk to me. What you got going
Well,
on?
my girl Mia J hooked it up with this Jonathan Simkai dress from Intermix. Thank you. Jewels are by Mix Fashion Jewelry. My glam was done by my boy Jamais.
Okay, Jamais. Okay, Jamais.
Sorry, I said it with a little zhuzh with it.
It's okay.
Jasmine did my makeup. This set is given to us by Amazon. Everything here you can purchase on Amazon.
Are you
Amazing.
Our beautiful flowers are by Ovando, and our drinks are by Josh, who's going to be serving them up all night.
Mixology.
This is delicious.
Mixology.
Delicious. I'm super excited.
This is wonderful.
I'm pumped. All right. Are we ready to go back to Emily and Ariana on the red carpet?
Who do we got? No?
We are
No,
not.
I think we should give out an award first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do
Are we
it.
feeling that?
Yep.
Let's
do
cheers
it.
one time.
Cheers, cheers.
Ooh, despacito.
Yes.
Cheers to fashion.
Now, our first award of the evening is going to be all about the glow up. We are highlighting artists who we have seen make a huge progression in everything from head to toe fashion. We are just going to highlight them really quickly. Now, my vote has to go for my girl Kalani, who is nominated for Best R&B Performance from her album, her song Distraction from her album Sweet Sexy Savage. Now, when Kalani first arrived on the scene, she was very much giving those casual girl next door vibes. She was very cute, it was very dainty, and I loved it. But since, you know, the release of her album, we've seen her come up with such a more glam look. She's literally showing that you can give the best of both worlds in this fashion game. You can be the cute girl next door, or you can glam it up, get a little fierce with it, and just work a red carpet. So my vote is for Kalani. She looks amazing. I would love to see her take home her Grammy tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Kalani. I'm here for it. I love what you're doing.
Love, love, love. What about you?
Well, I have to say, this year is the year of Selena Gomez. She absolutely killed it, and she's had a lot of transformations, her bleach chop being one of them. She rocks it so unbelievably well. She also had a kidney transplant and a new boyfriend. So,
Okay, what a year.
Kidney, new bleach chop, new boyfriend. It's the year of Selena Gomez, and I can't wait for 2018 because she's going to be releasing a record, and she's going to be on that Grammys.
Yes, she
watch,
is.
Watch.
It's time. It's a long
I agree with
overdue.
you.
Right?
Absolutely.
Her music just kills it.
Always.
And
Always.
her and Justin Bieber, I would love to see them do a song together.
Oh,
Now that they're back together.
Right. Oh, that could be a hit.
Ooh.
Imagine that's the single that they come out with this year.
I mean, that would be fire.
Oh my God, I would die. I love
What
it.
about you, Steve? Who's the glow up?
Glow up for me, absolutely, hands down, has got to go to Katy Perry. I know. Cringe.
No,
Listen,
we
let's
love Katy Perry.
Let's talk
Love
about
Katy.
Miss Perry. I mean, the album, first of all, had us swishing for like 2 seconds. It was cute, but yes, sadly the album fell short. But as far as
He's critical. He's
But I
critical
know,
here.
but
Well, let's be
we're
honest, let's
talking
be
about
honest.
beauty looks.
Absolutely,
I
yes.
mean, you know, Swish this was nominated. So
Right.
sorry. But that blonde pixie cut, though,
That was a look.
magic. She came out and it was just so effortless, and girls had every color hair of the rainbow, literally.
True, she really has.
She really has. And she just came out, she went for it. We wrote a really great article on Refinery 29 about why she did it. And she sort of rocked this kind of sporty spice,
Yes.
look from time to time. So I definitely got to give it up to Miss Perry for the glow up.
Honestly, I think all three girls show us that they can like literally pull off any type of look and they're gonna own it.
Yeah.
And this year I feel like was a lot about transitions and like self-expression and kind of just like doing you. I think
Right.
that is huge.
Yeah.
And why not change your hairstyle while doing that? Why not?
No, it's true. It's true. We saw a lot of like girls go to women, you
Right.
know? It was a really, really fun year in music. But the Grammys are always responsible for pulling out these over-the-top, crazy looks. I mean, from jaw-dropping to, sometimes head-scratching.
Yeah.
The Grammys pulls out no stop. Let's take a look right now.
The Grammys may be music's biggest night of the year, but it's also a time for some of the most outrageous fashion you'll ever see. From plunging necklines to gold-plated everything, if it's out there, it's at the Grammys. Where do we begin? How about in 2017 when CeeLo Green walked the red carpet in makeshift gold armor? I'm just gonna leave that right here. Or like the time Annie Lennox wore a dominatrix Mickey Mouse inspired outfit. Damn, Annie! Next up is what many would call the epitome of Grammy's red carpet fashion. J-Lo's turn-of-the-century green Versace dress. Her plunging neckline is so distracting, you almost forget she was dating Diddy at the time. On to our next queen, Miss Erykah Badu. Badu arrived to the 2002 Grammy Awards in this avant-garde garb, complete with a copper leather headband, silver moon boots, and waist-length green extensions. OK Go broke the stigma that you can't wear the same thing twice at the 2007 Grammys, where they repurposed their wallpaper uniforms from their Do What You Want music video. The magic must have been in the detail, because OK Go would go on to win their first and currently only Grammy that night for Best Music Video with Here It Goes Again. Lady Gaga was out of this world with a galactic lavender creation by Armani Privé at the 2010 Grammys. The custom-made ensemble included tons of hoops, rings, and a spiky metallic starburst ornament to complete the House of Gaga look. Another Gaga favorite has to be in 2011 when she arrived in an egg. Nicki Minaj tried something new at the 2012 Grammys with a scarlet satin Versace robe with the label's signature Medusa head emblazoned across the skirt. Oh right, and she brought a pope as her date. Madonna was living for something at the 2015 Grammys with her sparkly, bullfighter-inspired bodysuit by Givenchy. But let's be honest, Madge can do no wrong. A very fashionably late Rihanna was literally the last person to walk the red carpet at the 2015 Grammys in this number many called a tiered cake. And Girl Crush was living out all of our childhood dreams with this ball pit-inspired dress. Hey, it's the Grammys. Anything goes.
Fashion moments.
Yes.
So many.
So dope.
You literally said head scratching. I'm sitting here like, huh? What? I'm sorry. Versace, love them, but what was Nicki thinking with that outfit? I remember watching it like, okay, the Pope, I see what you're trying to do here, but
yeah, that was confusing.
Totally distracted by the outfit. She's had a lot better. I'm not gonna lie.
Agreed. I love Miss Nicki, but that giant Versace Medusa Pope, like there was so much happening.
It was a whole production.
I do love Lady Gaga for always looking fierce and always like having some kind of spectacle vibe with her. She actually just walked onto the red carpet right now at the Grammys, and she's in like this lace kind of dress and has lace in her hair. She looks amazing. There's no meat on her. There's nothing crazy, but she just looks effortlessly gorgeous.
No, truly.
It's time to kick it off with our second award of tonight. One of my favorites.
Okay.
Future is Female Anthem.
Yes, it is.
I'm giving mine to Dua Lipa for her song New Rules. So I didn't know who she was at all. This is her year. She's a newcomer. Right. And she's so incredible. Her music is so authentic and so engaging and catchy, but like also has a lot of subtext to it.
For sure.
In fact, we recently interviewed her at Refinery 29. We did an exclusive with her, and she's not just a music icon, she's also a fashion icon.
Oh.
She's sick in her looks. I love them. But what I really love about New Rules is it's kind of a song about when you break up with your ex, not going back into your old ways. And what I love about the videos, you literally have girls like pulling her, like she's walking to him, like no, like because, and you have to have your girls behind you. It's so important to have female friendships and have people looking out for you. Am I right?
What is a good girlfriend for? Okay, to remind you not to go back to that little.
Nobody needs that. New rules, new you. Love Dua Lipa. I give my word to her.
Definitely,
yes, love that
definitely.
song.
It's a great song. It's a great song. I have to give it up to Alessia Cara. Stars
yes.
Beautiful.
That song.
Yes.
That song. Okay, I heard it for the first time, and I immediately Googled the lyrics, and just. I highly suggest you do the same thing. It is truly a poem. It is a feel-good poem. Yes, not just for ladies, but for everyone. But we're going to call this a lady anthem because, I mean, she's a lady and she wrote it. And I feel like this song is going to be with us for a really long time, a la Alicia Keys, like Superwoman, like these really good, like, you know, I'm putting this on my like feel good playlist.
Nice. Okay, if you want to add another song to your feel good playlist,
give it to us.
I'm gonna add "Excuse Me" by Lizzo. Okay. Now Lizzo also had that song "Feeling Good as Hell," very upbeat, very energetic.
Fun. Love that song.
Okay, and that is exactly what "Excuse Me" is about. It's all about loving yourself, owning your look, looking in the mirror like, damn girl, I look good. She is giving so much energy. She is telling everybody to love and respect yourself. And Lizzo is just holding it down with the female empowerment movement. She herself, she embodies just being powerful, just looking at yourself, loving yourself, holding it down for yourself, giving those affirmations. She knows she's a queen.
And
she's gonna rock it.
She had a room at 29 Rooms this year.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. It was a disco room. You would put headphones on. It was a silent disco, and you literally heard her music, heard her song "Water." It was so dope. And then, you know, you're going in this disco room and you're just dancing, and I felt like that really embodied her. I love your choice.
Thank you.
I do too. I do too. She's one of those stars. I mean, fortunately, us at Refiner 29 have had the opportunity to be around her. And, you know, some stars smell good. Some stars just look good. But she just has this air of confidence that, like, you just feel it. Like, man, I feel better just standing by
and
you.
I hear it in her music. And I think that's what makes Excuse Me such a great song.
It's true. It's true. So if you guys are just joining us, we are recapping this incredible year in music before we gear up for the big night tonight, the 60th Annual Grammy Awards.
So excited.
So we're giving out a few of our very own special awards here in studio, but our girls Ariana and Emily are on the red carpet at Madison Square Garden with all of your favorite stars. I mean, look how beautiful they look.
Right? They look
We're surrounded by beautiful women. We're looking at our beautiful women. It's beautiful women all around.
Can I just say that I'm so excited that the Grammys are finally back in New York City. It's been
Where
15
they belong.
years. It's been 15 years
you.
at MSG of all places. I just feel like it's so New York. I feel like music culture in New York is so strong.
For sure.
Some of the greats have obviously come here. Our boy Jay-Z,
Let's go.
obviously.
Come on.
Gotta give him some love. So I just think it's nice that it came back here for the 60th anniversary.
It's true. It's
Absolutely.
true. Bring it home. Bring it home.
So we're going to check in with Emily and Ariana as more stars arrives. But I'm so excited for tonight's show because there's always a lot of social media commentary around the red carpet performances, just the announcers. Like, social media, we go in, okay? And, you know, the best part is always those awkward moments because that's when everybody has something to say. And at the Grammys, there's guaranteed to be some awkward moments, past and present. Let's take a look at some of them.
The Grammys. A time for insurmountable talent, one-of-a-kind fashion, groundbreaking performances, and all of those awkward moments. Our first cringeworthy moment is courtesy of T Swift and her squad when they thought she had won Album of the Year. Swift's album Red was up against Daft Punk's Random Access Memories. But hey, we get it. That could be a little confusing with all those R's. Luckily, Swift caught herself and moved from celebratory to congratulatory. See, no bad blood there. How about that time in 2004 when Justin Timberlake was forced to apologize to Janet Jackson for Nipplegate? We all know the story. A week before the 46th Annual Grammy Awards, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake performed at the Super Bowl halftime show when Justin exposed Janet's nip. Fast forward to the following week, where the Recording Academy said JT and Janet could appear on the show if they agreed to apologize on air for the nip slip. While JT may have said sure, Miss Jackson said cry me a river and chose not to participate in the 2004 Grammy Awards. Keep it PG at the Super Bowl this year, JT. Unfortunately, Tay's awkward Grammy moments continue. During the 2016 ceremony, her seat neighbor, Jack Antonoff, splashed a bit of his drink on her. But T Swift took it like a champ and licked away the evidence. Which brings us to last year's award show. Host James Corden's segment Carpool Karaoke is a smashing success during late night TV, but it wasn't quite a hit when he hosted the 2017 Grammy Awards. No one seemed to know the words to Sweet Caroline, including its creator, Neil Diamond. And poor Faith Hill never heard the end of it on social media. Maybe there should be a drinking game for all those awkward moments at this year's show.
Okay, talk about awkward. I remember sitting at home watching. Even I don't know all the words to Sweet Home Alabama. So I was like, I couldn't have been there singing
Caroline,
it.
Sweet Caroline.
I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Guilty.
Awkward.
I'm dead.
So funny, but when something like that starts to happen, it's like when you watch figure skating and they fall, you're like, ooh, but you're like, brrr.
You have to look. You have to look.
I wonder if Taylor Swift is appearing at the Grammys this year.
I don't know. I mean, poor Taylor.
All right, guys, it's my favorite part of the night because I get to challenge you to a little game. And you guys at home can play along too. Are you ready? It's called Guess the Lyric. And the only caveat is that you can't sing the lyric, you have to say it.
Okay. Let's see how I'm doing. I'm already mixing up Sweet Caroline and Sweet Home Alabama.
From my favorite song, I'm sure you can guess what it is. The first lyric is pasito a pasito, suave suavecito. What's the next line in the song?
Well, I don't speak Spanish.
No habla español.
So I can't say what the next lyric is, but I'm thinking that this is from Despacito.
See?
Yes, it's definitely Despacito. Don't speak español myself, and usually when it's playing, I'm like...
Yeah, I try not to sing because I don't know the words, so I'll either try and...
So you guys don't know the answers, what you're talking about?
I know it's Despacito, but Serena, please tell me what is the lyric.
Yeah, what's...
It's no vamos pegando poquito poquito, which means we're getting a little drunker slowly and slowly.
Oh.
A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. This is we are right now.
Okay. I didn't know Despacito.
That was hard. That was hard. For all my
Ricky.
Spanish speakers at home, I know you feel me with that.
Lyrics we should probably look
We'll
up.
look them up, Steve. Don't worry.
Okay.
And then translate.
It is a very dirty song. All right, next one. This song is nominated for Best Pop Solo Performance. Lyric is, what about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers?
That's...
Ooh, okay, we can't
You can't sing it. I just realized that I sang the last one. You can't sing it.
Okay, all right.
I know it's Pink.
Pink.
Okay.
Steve, hold it down with the lyric.
I thought I made this game easy.
Yes.
What about
Trust?
all the trust you had in me?
Okay, so it's what about us? What about all broken, happy ever afters?
Ooh, I was
think
off.
Game was hard.
I was off, yeah.
Game was hard.
Guys, I thought we made it easy. Okay.
Definitely was not.
All right, this song is nominated for Record of the Year. Lyric, I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket, keep up.
So many pretty girls around
Stop.
me. I was about to sing. Let me stop.
What?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys think about it. We're going back to Emily and Ariana on the carpet right now.
Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back to the red carpet. It is heating up here right now, and coming up, we actually have Lil Uzi Vert, who is nominated tonight for Best New Artist.
Yes, he's had a really big year, and his songs have been on repeat on Spotify, radio, and he's coming right up.
We're here. Hi, we are live with our Finer tonight. Come on in.
Step right up.
So we're here with Lil Uzi Vert, who is nominated for Best New Artist. First off, congratulations.
Thanks.
Yes. So how do you feel, with everything happening in the world right now, that music can be a catalyst for change?
Cheers, am I right?
I really, honestly, music is so strong, I feel as though that's correct. It is, it could change anything. I could say anything in a song and it'll work.
What would you say is the most surprising thing that you learned about yourself while recording your album?
I could sing.
So you're nominated for Best New Artist. Who else in the Best New Artist category were you loving this year?
Khalid, SZA,
Yep.
and they're really, really good. Everybody though, I already checked everybody out. I'm like, oh, okay. Even people I didn't know, I'm like, oh, that's who sing this song. Oh man.
So I had to ask, who is your dream collaboration?
I don't know. I really don't dream that much.
Okay. Well, Lil Uzi, thank you so much for joining us, and have so much fun. Good luck tonight.
Congratulations again. Nice to meet you.
You know what? Interviewing him was exactly what I expected.
And you know what? I felt like those were some really genuine answers, and I appreciate the honesty.
Yes, no, seriously. But he is he's definitely an artist, and you gotta love it.
Oh, exactly. And as we prepare for more celebs to arrive, we're going to go ahead and send it back to our studio team.
Ladies. That was something else.
Listen, he's nominated for Best New Artist for a reason. He is new on the scene. We're going to see a lot more from him. So, Lil Uzi, congratulations. I'm going to hold it down for you, Uzi Vert.
All right, I hope you guys have been working on your lyrics because I'm going to hit you with the next one.
Okay, here we go.
This song is nominated tonight for Best Pop Duo Group Performance. The lyric is, I want something just like this.
Coldplay and...
Doom. That's the background music. Did you want like the actual next lyric?
No, that was good.
Thank you.
She said, do.
I couldn't sing it, so that was me talking it.
And then, I want something just like this.
Yes.
Yes.
What is it to just have to speak and not sing?
Do. Exactly. That's the best part of the song.
By the Chainsmokers. I actually went to the Chainsmokers Grammy party on Friday.
Ooh, you social.
How were they?
So I thought they were going to perform, but no, like they wasn't like a concert. It was just like their party, and it was really cool. They were there, and so was Ansel Elgort, so was Haley Baldwin. It was super chic.
That's cool.
But then what was kind of weird is that they served McDonald's at the party, and it was an interesting choice because McDonald's like sometimes has a really weird smell to it.
It
You know
does.
what I'm saying?
No, it does. It definitely does.
So like all of a sudden it was kind of sting. I'm a little confused. But it was really fun. Very good vibe.
Okay.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Catering by McDonald's.
Never seen that before.
So next one we're almost wrapping up, a couple more to go, is a song that is nominated tonight for Best Rap Performance in Song. We're a huge fan of her here at Refinery.
Okay.
The lyric is,
You have this.
say I don't gotta dance.
I make money moves.
Oh! I think Sojourner is killing it, Steve.
Always.
Steve is just not very good at these games.
These games are so different.
But I mean, also Bodak Yellow, in my opinion, one of the songs of 2017. Cardi B is my girl, so that wasn't too hard for me to get. I love you, Cardi.
Oh,
Absolutely. All right, next one.
wait to see her tonight.
So, do you feel like you're going to kill this one? But Steve, I have faith in you.
The pressure.
Okay.
Nominated for Best R&B Song and also nominated for 5 awards tonight.
Okay. Oh.
Lyric is, I could be your supermodel if you believe.
Now I know this is my girl SZA.
Yes. I
What's
knew
your
too.
contribution?
I'm kind of like Sojourner's cheerleader.
You know, everybody needs a cheerleader.
This is just, I'm just quizzing you, girl. I hope you guys at home are playing around too. Are we unsure what it is?
Give me the line.
If you see it in me, see it in me, see it in me, I don't see myself.
See, I didn't. Would you guess that?
I mean, I know it's supermodel. Some of the words in supermodel I'm a little iffy on, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
But Control by SZA, amazing album.
I've gotten really into like looking up lyrics because I'm like, what are they saying?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna finish this off with one more. I'm gonna try to pick my favorite one. Okay, Josh, maybe you can play with us too. This is nominated for Record of the Year. The lyric is, I could have bought a place in Dumbo before it was Dumbo for like $2 million. That same building today is worth $25 million. Guess how I'm feeling. What's the lyric?
Dumbo.
Josh, what's the lyric?
Dumbo.
Yay! Josh, what is our next drink right now, please?
You just got me so excited. I got flustered. So I was talking before how Cointreau was one of my favorite liqueurs. Now I'm taking you to one of my classic favorite cocktails. A daiquiri is what I have at home. I want to share it with you guys. And this is in honor of course of Cardi B. So it is a Bacardi Blueberry Daiquiri.
So, Josh, oops, sorry.
We're definitely taking this up a notch with the Mastro de Rhone. So this is a double-aged white rum. Sounds good.
We're going to the carpet right now with BB Rexa.
Hey guys, we're back on the red carpet, and we are with the one and only BB Rexa. It's so fun to talk to you again because we've actually interviewed a couple times at Refinery 29.
I'm so excited to be here. I saw you guys on the red carpet. I'm like, I gotta talk to them.
It's so happy to have you.
So we're talking a lot about women in the entertainment industry and how, you know, even with the situation with Kesha, we could have done a lot more to kind of stand up for her this year.
I know.
How do you think that we can better support women in the music industry?
I think that, okay, so I want to say one thing. I have these crazy stats that I put up on my Instagram the other day. 16.8% of women that have been on the radio, and 83% of men have been on the radio in the last year. 83%, which means it's only 16% of us that have been played on the radio, and we've been for 6 years, we've been at an all-time low. So I think no wonder why sometimes we get competitive and we go against each other because there's not enough room for us. We need to hold each other, lift each other up, and inspire other younger girls to come in the music business and be like, I could do this, I got this, and really like expand it and make it 50-50, you know? So I feel like that's my job, and I feel like it's really important, and I feel like Kesha, I think this is going to be a really big night for her. I think a lot of things are going to change, and I think people are going to really recognize, and she's going to get what she deserves, and she deserves the world.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, drop the mic on that, BB. Thank you so much for stopping by. We
Thank
so
you so
appreciate it.
much.
Have so much fun tonight.
Honey, I will.
It's so good to see you again.
Phoebe is always such a joy to talk to.
I absolutely love her and such poignant answers. I mean, and even like she mentioned social media, I feel like she does such a good job of really inspiring. You feel like you know her, so
Yeah,
it's good
she
to see
is
her.
truly like a refinery girl after her own hearts, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we prepare for more celebs to arrive, we're going to go ahead and toss back to our studio team.
100%. She is so cute.
She looks absolutely amazing on that red carpet.
Yeah, and her music is really dope. She wrote it right after she got through a breakup, and it was relatable, to say the least.
Ooh, that's so funny. Wait, ladies, we have to cheers to our Bacardi Blueberry.
Yes.
Josh, thank you so much for putting this together for us. Oh,
whoa, that is
delicious.
scrumptious.
That's one of your best.
Ooh,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get into
I'll
that.
go back to that,
in
right?
just a second. So, guys, here's another fun game that I know you all love to play: 6 Degrees of Separation.
Oh, I do.
Well, we put a little ditty something for you guys. Check out how some of tonight's Grammy nominees are related and connected somehow. Check it out.
Time for 6 degrees or so of separation with this year's Grammy nominees. First up, how do you think 2018 Grammy host James Corden is connected to Bruno Mars? Bruno Mars voices the role of Roberto in Rio 2, which also stars Jake T. Austin. Jake T. Austin plays the voice of Alex in the Emoji Movie, in which James Corden voices the emoji high five. See how this works? Okay, next, Jay-Z and Dave Grohl. Jay-Z made an appearance in the 2003 movie Death of a Dynasty, starring Rashida Jones. Jones plays Veronica in the Muppets movie, which Dave Grohl makes a cameo in. How about Kelly Clarkson and Kendrick Lamar? Kelly Clarkson starred in From Justin to Kelly with Anika Noni Rose. Anika was in the 2011 musical Company, starring Neil Patrick Harris. Harris was one of the hosts for the 2016 Global Citizen Festival, at which Kendrick Lamar performed. Now, let's see how Best New Artist nominee SZA and Best Group Performance nominee Zac Brown Band are connected. Zac Brown Band is featured on Black Water by the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers' Minute by Minute was sampled in Meek Mill's track Amen featuring Drake. And Drake's song Controlla was sampled in Normal Girl by SZA. And finally, ever wondered how Best Gospel Album and Performance nominee CeCe Winans is connected to Jay-Z and Beyonce? Well, CeCe Winans featured the Clark Sisters on her track Hey Devil. The Clark Sisters made a song, Hi Ya, Eternal Life, which was sampled in Jay-Z's song Family Feud, which features Queen Bee. See, the world really just revolves around Beyonce.
I love that.
The world really does revolve around Beyonce. It absolutely does.
So
I can't wait to see her look tonight.
Oh.
She is going to slay my life.
Always.
And I'm not going to be ready. And the social media commentary I was talking about earlier, it's going to be me standing in her comment.
And there's nothing awkward about it. If you guys are just tuning in, this is an episode of Carpet DM, our Grammys episode. I'm Serena. This is Sojourner and Steve. We are here giving out our own awards, talking about past moments in music. And obviously, we are also speaking to our girls, Emily and Ariana, who are at Madison Square Garden right now on the carpet with all of your favorite celebs. I just love seeing who they're talking to. Little Uzi Vert, BB Rexa, Rick Ross. It's just such a star-studded moment in New York City for the first time in 15 years. It's just such a great night.
It is. We're holding it down with the in-studio coverage, giving our own awards. They're talking to the artists on the red carpet. They look absolutely amazing. They're asking all the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, I think at Refinery, we totally believe in turning your broken heart into art. And I feel like this has been a tough year, you know, politically, socially, etc. And I think that it's amazing the music that has come from it.
We've had some great music in 2017.
This last year, music has been awesome. I mean, I can't tell you, I mean, we were just talking about this earlier. Like, we used to sort of blast through and watch just the performances, but the nominees, the categories, they're so hot.
I'm so excited to see who's going to. Exactly. I'm so excited to see.
Such a diverse group, right? Yeah. I mean, we're seeing women crush it. We're just seeing a bunch of different nominees in every different category.
Yes.
Jay-Z's nominated for 8 Grammys tonight.
Go,
SZA for 5. Like, come on.
Grammys.
So dope.
On fire. Love.
On fuego. Now let's check back with Emily and Ariana, who are on the carpet right now. What's up, girls?
Hey guys, so we are live on the Grammys red carpet. We're in New York City, and It is an electric night on the carpet right now. We're talking a lot about all the things happening right now in the entertainment industry, including with the Time's Up movement. That's why Emily and I are wearing white roses. And we're also just talking about how the music industry specifically really, it's gotten a lot of props for being very diverse for tonight's nominees. But there's actually a recent study by Dr. Stacy Smith from USC Annenberg, and it found that I think over the past 5 years, 90% of nominees have been men, which is insane.
Exactly. So I think that's one thing that we've noticed, like you were saying, Ari, is that we are getting more diverse, but what we've really seen is that it's more diverse with the men categories. Yes. So we're still lacking a lot, and even 2018 was the lowest percentage of female nominees in Grammy history.
Yeah, it's so there's kind of this interesting intersection where it's like, oh, we're more diverse, but it's more diverse when it comes to men and not necessarily women, and also not women of color. So we still have a long way to go even in the music industry, but we're seeing kind of how this reckoning is coming to light. Like we were talking about the Golden Globes, everyone wore all black. At the SAG Awards last week where we were in LA, it was all about women empowerment. And so tonight it's all about the White Rose and Time's Up and how we can really better stand by women in the music industry.
Exactly. And so the White Rose came to be when 15 music industry heavyweights decided that they wanted some form of unity tonight. And White Roses, they stand for hope and peace, sympathy, and persistence. So I think it's kind of this unifying moment where we're all standing together to realize we've come a long way, but there's still so much more to come.
Yeah, and there's kind of an interesting juggling between, like, you're on a red carpet, you want to ask the important questions for us, right? We want to talk about everything happening.
Exactly.
But it's also a celebratory moment. We're talking about music, which is fun. There's so many cool celebrities. We're also talking about, like, all the fashion. So, it's an interesting balance. But I feel like the Grammys of the other, between, like, the Golden Globes and the SAGs, which we were at, like, I think the Grammys seem to be a little bit more laid back.
They absolutely do. I mean, and this is music's biggest night, so we're seeing all ranges of music here all day. So, I mean, we're really seeing lots of different people, and they really want to talk about those tough things. Like we just saw BB Rexa. She posted about, not having enough female producers, women of color, diverse nominations. So I think we're kind of seeing the artists being like, we're going to call to action, but tonight's a big night for music, too.
It is, and actually earlier we talked to, for our social channel, check us out on Refinery29 on Instagram, but we talked to the songwriter of Despacito, who's the first Hispanic woman to ever be nominated in the Song of the Year category. So there are some special moments at the Grammys tonight, but there's still a lot more that needs to happen as far as getting women into music behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, we are seeing like a lot of big faces tonight. So we do have a lot of women nominees like Alessia Cara and Julia Michaels and SZA.
Yes, we are big fans of SZA's, of course. We love her. But if you look at the Album of the Year category, it's all men. So, it's a great category. 444, 24 Karat Magic. All of those albums are, of course, Damn by Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
They're great, but it would have been nice to see a woman in that category.
Exactly. So we
do have Lorde, though.
Yeah, Lorde is in that category.
And Melodrama, yes.
And so SZA is the most nominated female tonight with 5 nominations. Yes. But again, there's men nominated for a lot of stuff. So we have Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars, and Khalid, the big hitters. And of course, they're so well deserved, but it would be nice to see a little bit more female representation there.
And it is the first year for the category that there's no straight white men that are nominated. So that's kind of like an interesting thing, that it's like things are getting a little bit more diverse, but we've got a long way to go, I think.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Khalid right now, nominated for Best New Artist. His album American Teen, one of my personal favorites, and he's also nominated for Best Songwriting. So if he wins tonight, he will actually be the 3rd youngest nominee. So he is 19 years old.
Yes.
He's had an incredible career already.
He's had a great
year. And he's
year.
actually here on the red carpet, so we can see people starting to gather around him. But this is going to be a big night for Khalid.
We're going to try to get him to come over, because I know a lot of people at Refinery are big fans of Khalid, and we love him. I think that he would be great to talk to. We just talked to Lil Uzi Vert earlier. We opened up with Rick Ross. BB Rexa was amazing. And we've seen a few people. Oh, Luis Fonsi is behind me, actually.
Yes.
The singer of Despacito, which obviously is up for a lot of awards tonight, because this was the year of Despacito.
And I know back at home in the studio, our girl Serena is freaking out right now because this is her jam. But again, this was one of the biggest songs of the year. And like you said, we talked to one of the female songwriters behind it earlier today. Luis Fonsi right here. We are excited.
Yes.
Justin Bieber, haven't seen him yet, but I am on the prowl for that.
But I've been saying from the beginning, Despacito was a jam. It was a hit before Justin Bieber hopped on it. So I just want to give out a shout out to Luis Fonsi for that, because it was a big song, especially in Latin America. I went to Cuba in May, and that was literally the only song on repeat everywhere you went. And then Justin Bieber got on it, and it became an even bigger song.
So, all right, one thing that we talked about earlier that I thought was really interesting is you said that like Latin music 2017 kind of had its moment. Why do you think that was?
I think there, in pop culture, culture, there's always kind of cycles of trends. So like different kinds of music are always popular at different times. Back in like 2000 was when like Ricky Martin and J-Lo and artists like that were really popular, and then that kind of fell off. So I think this past year that came back around again, which is great, but I hope that it's a trend that stays around.
Yeah, I hope so too, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it looks like right behind us we have Khalid, so he is kind of making his way down the carpet.
Yeah.
But like we said, this is a huge red carpet, so lots of media outlets to stop at.
Yes.
So it's always really exciting when we see people walk by. And we've
Yeah.
seen some great artists.
We
saw
have.
Lady Gaga, Janelle Monáe, we just saw the Chainsmokers.
Yeah, she looks so cool. Janelle Monáe waved to us. She loves us, but she couldn't come to stop to talk to us. But we also heard that Kesha may be here. She may be making her way down the carpet, so we're hoping to talk to her too.
And so Kesha's having a big night. In case you guys missed it, she's actually performing Praying, her big single, which was, it almost kind of rocked the music industry when she made that comeback. And so that's happening tonight, and that's one of the highly anticipated awards tonight. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yes, and I think Luis Fonsi is coming here.
Hi!
Hi, welcome right here.
Come on
Yes,
in. Yes,
right
come
here.
on in.
Step
We're
right
live
up.
with Refinery
Hi.
29. Come on
Welcome.
up.
Thank you so much for joining. We are huge fans of Despacito. I'm so excited. So we were just talking about how 2017 was a big year for like Latino music. Why do you think that now is a moment for this genre?
You know, Latin music has always been present, for many years. It's just sort of like, this is the culmination of a lot of work by different artists, and Despacito, I think, was just the song that just, kind of blew the door wide open. So I'm just happy to be a part of all of this.
I mean, we have to say, it's one of our favorite songs. So tonight we're talking a lot about the Me Too and Time's Up movement, but what do you think the music industry can really learn from what's happening kind of in Hollywood?
I think music is powerful. To be able to tell a story, to send a message through music, it's so powerful. So we have to use music to educate people and to bring people together. It's kind of like a parallel to what Despacito did, that it sort of broke the language barrier. In times where people want to divide us, for a Spanish song to be able to be at the top of the charts, to me it's very powerful. So I think it's great that the Grammys, is supporting the Time's Up campaign and everything.
Awesome. Amazing.
Yes, and last question for you. You collaborated with Justin Bieber and Daddy Yankee. Who would you want to collaborate with next?
Well, my new single, which is #1 this week at the Latin Billboard, is with Demi Lovato. Check it out.
Yes.
It's called Échame la Culpa. And who would I like to collaborate with? Cardi just walked by. She's pretty cool. My dream would probably be Bruno or Rihanna.
Oh, those are two very good
Have
ones.
fun.
I know, I'm asking a lot.
Yeah, congrats again on tonight. You guys enjoy it. Thank you
Good
so much for
luck.
stopping by.
Oh, well, that was so great. And we just saw Cardi B walk by also. Khalid is still wandering around behind us.
I have to tell you, Ari,
I think he's coming.
It's really tough. It's really tough to talk to Luis Fonsi and not sing Despacito.
I
All the
literally
lyrics.
was like holding myself in from singing to him the entire time.
But I think he made a really powerful
And he's
statement.
taking a picture, if you guys can see behind us, he's taking a picture with Luis Fonsi right now. Khalid. Oh, wait, no, Khalid, come back.
Khalid, Refinery
Oh,
29.
he left. We're trying to get him back for you guys. But he's making his way down the carpet.
I did just yell at him, but in a loving way. So, so we see Khalid, we just saw Luis Fonsi, so we're seeing lots of people tonight.
Cardi B walked by. She looked fantastic, and I'm really rooting for Cardi. This has been her year. She was holding some white roses, so she's obviously supporting the Time's Up movement, and she's going to be performing tonight. So I have a feeling some big things are in store from Cardi B tonight.
Oh, I absolutely cannot wait for that performance. So many others I'm looking forward to. We have a nice duet with Elton John, Miley Cyrus. I mean, we're seeing Kesha's Praying. We're going to see Lady Gaga.
You know what I'm ready for, though?
What are you ready for?
Rihanna is performing
baby.
tonight. She's supposed to be doing Wild Thoughts. Her and DJ Khaled and Bryson Tiller are hitting the stage, and whenever Riri hits the stage, it's a huge moment. So she's gonna kill it.
I'm like already shook up from that performance, and it hasn't even happened yet. So, and we have, I believe, behind us we also have Alessia Cara, who's nominated tonight for Best New Artist, alongside Julia Michaels and SZA and Khalid. Incredible category there. But again. So again, like we're saying, it's crazy behind us.
Yeah.
So lots of people.
Bear with us because we're like literally just trying to spot all the celebrities.
And it's pretty wild because all the celebrities kind of come with a nice little entourage too. So we're getting to say hi to everyone tonight.
Yeah, and we are trying to get some of the big names that are going head to head. Like we were talking earlier, Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar going head to head. I mean, that's going to be a really tough category.
It is, yeah. But I think we're seeing in a lot of the categories we have Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Bruno Mars, the big hitters.
Yes.
So it really is going to be really interesting who's going to take home all of it. What do you think, Ari?
Okay, so Miss Universe Zuleika is coming over to talk to us now. Welcome! Step right up. You're between us. Hi.
How are you? You look fabulous.
You look gorgeous.
I love that color in you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we hear you're performing Despacito tonight. So tell me a little bit about what we can expect from your performance.
Oh my God, we're gonna shake. That's all we do. We love to shake. Shake. So we're gonna have fun. That's what we want to do. Just have fun and show everyone how we do it in Puerto Rico.
Morena.
I love it. So at Refinery 9, we're all about women supporting women. What do you think is the compliment that's really stuck with you that you've been received from another woman?
Support. I think support to each. Apoyarse una a las otras, yo creo que es lo más importante. Sorry about my English, guys.
We love it. Give it to us, girl.
I was trying. When they get too deep on questions, I need to speak Spanish. Thank you, guys.
So last question. What was your favorite song of 2017?
Oh.
Despacito?
Obviously.
Awesome. Well, enjoy. Have so much fun today.
Can't wait to see you there tonight.
Good luck.
Guys.
Bye. Well, that was so cool. I can't wait to see her and Luis Fonsi together.
That's going to be an amazing performance. I'm really, really looking forward to that.
Yes. Well, I think we are waiting to see who else is coming down the carpet. We did see Khalid. I think that he left. We're going to see if he comes back.
But as we prepare for more celebs to arrive, we're going to go ahead and send back to our friends in the studio.
Oh my goodness!
When they interviewed Luis Fonsi, I literally had a conniption over her.
She legitimately did.
She did scream.
It just makes me very proud. There's a lot of xenophobic political climate that we're in right now, and I just feel like it was such a great year for Latinos in music. It's just I'm so proud, especially with everything that's happening in Puerto Rico right now. I feel like it's their anthem that everyone can sing along to too.
Yeah.
The fact that all my friends are trying to speak in Spanish and sing Spanish, it's I love that so much. So.
And
cheers
can
to
I
that.
say, Nielsen's annual year-end report just came out and said that Despacito was officially the biggest song of 2017.
Wow.
Numbers
Which is why
don't
it
lie,
should win.
people, okay?
Right.
All three of the noms.
Worldwide,
absolutely. Numbers don't lie. It was
Yeah.
one of the most streamed songs of 2017.
And the most played YouTube video of all time with 4.74 billion views.
Are you kidding me?
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Luis Fonsi.
There you go.
And when he talked about wanting to work with Bruno Mars and Rihanna, a Bruno Luis track in its own would be something serious.
Yes.
But a Luis Fonsi and Rihanna track, I will literally die.
No.
Literally.
Your earbuds will catch fire.
That will be so hot.
And the fact that she's performing tonight is such an unexpected surprise. I'm so excited.
I cannot
Wild thoughts?
wait.
Ooh, she is a wild thought.
She's going to kill it.
I know, but guys, it is time for our next big award.
Woohoo!
We're calling this one Shady AF.
So much shade. There's too much shade.
There was a ton of shade that hit the charts this last year, but none other than Selena Gomez's Fetish.
Okay. I'm not mad at that one.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Our pop princess went for it by calling out her on and off again man, Mr. Biebs. I mean, a couple of the lyrics, if you will. You have a fetish for my love. If I were you, I'd do me too.
Talk your talk, Selena.
She went for it. But let's be honest.
I'm confused because didn't they get back together?
They were just in Mexico together last week. So they're good. They're good for a couple
So
days.
obviously he does have a fetish for her love then. I mean, come on.
It's safe to say that they have a fetish for each other's love.
Right.
I don't know. Good luck to you
guys.
guys.
It is
People grow. They change.
I love
He
them
seems
together.
kind of to be in a good place
We're
right now.
years in the making with this on
Yes.
and off again, though.
Right.
And it's very public.
I just wonder how the conversation went with the weekend. Was it hey, I'm going back to Biebs, or was it
thanks so much for everything, but I'm gonna get on back to Justin over here.
Guys, Selena, I respect it, but come on, Taylor Swift, so shady with Look What You Made Me Do. That song was literally a direct shade to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, who are my two loves. So I'm on that side of the rivalry. But that being said, the video was it broke the internet. With all of the imagery, we saw the snakes that she kind of reappropriated for herself, the symbolic dollar bill from her trial, all the old Taylor Swifts. I mean, it was so shady that I have to give that award to her.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
I don't know how much I love the song, but I love that she was just so petty.
Yeah.
She was just so petty.
I'm not mad at
it.
it.
Couldn't be more petty if she died over a feud that happened literally so long ago. I didn't even remember what it was about.
But wouldn't you say that the video was like shadier than the actual song?
Right.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%. I feel like they sat in a room with their producers and they're like, what image could we do now? Like, what could we like get at right now? You know, like every single thing, right?
Now,
woof.
Yeah.
If we're gonna talk about shade, I'm gonna give you guys some direct, unfiltered shade. Okay, from my girl SZA. Okay. She said, "My man, your man, her man too. No, that's my man." Okay, she literally is telling everybody what it is and what it's going to look like. And then she also said, "That's fine. That's good and dandy. You can have him when you want, as long as he's coming here on the weekend." Okay.
Okay.
Listen.
I would not
she
want
was
to be
not
involved in that
I
one.
would not. She wasn't nice about it. She wasn't cute about it. She said, "It is what it is. He's my man. I'll see him on the weekends. Now what?" That's some direct shade if I've ever seen any.
You know, I love that we nominated 3 women in this category because it's just like they are speaking their minds and they don't give an F.
No, it's true.
I mean, we do petty pretty well, if I say so myself. Flip to that.
Shady AF times 3.
Indeed, we do.
And now our next award, we're going to get straight into it. We're calling it Turntables. It's all about the artists that we've seen kind of switch up their look or their sound from when they started to who they are now. And I'll just go ahead and give you mine. My good old friend Abel, aka The Weeknd. When he first arrived on the scene, he was very much, in his mixtapes, this dark, moody, sultry kind of sound. And then he became more mainstream. He started releasing his albums, and he kind of adapted that same sultriness of like the R&B vibe, but he made his beats a lot more energetic, a lot more upbeat. So he showed that he can do that like dark, sultry, moody, like I'm in my feelings music. Take that and translate it into being a bit more upbeat, more mainstream. You're obviously getting a lot more plays on the radio. And it's been doing very well for him so far. His fans seem to love it. I love it. So I've loved seeing The Weeknd do his transition.
100%. I love The Weeknd.
Especially when he collabs with different artists.
He does it so well. He does it so well.
Why is it when artists collab, it's just the best thing?
It's true.
Because we get 2 musical geniuses. And we put them together. We take their creativity, their musical processes, and they just give us magic.
And you hear that magic. You hear the love.
Yes.
It's like, oh, they're buddies. They're just like, oh, I love this buddiness we're hearing.
Yeah.
Who do you guys have?
I got to give it up to Lady Gaga.
Okay, Gog. Okay, Gog.
Oh, my goodness. When all of us little monsters heard that a new album was coming out, like, the last thing anybody would have assumed was to hear this rockabilly kind of, just like this, I don't want to say country, but it was definitely a different sound that nobody had anticipated.
We weren't ready.
Especially when all of us were like, Ramallah, like all over the place, I mean, like, it was so awesome. And Joanne, and then the documentary and all the what we found out about the album afterwards, and just that cool, like, country, like rock and roll girl.
The pink hat is iconic.
That
Loved
pink
it.
Hat. Like if you see that pink hat for the rest of our lives, we're gonna just immediately go to Gaga.
Do you remember Gaga Just Dance? She has the it's like a hair piece that's in a bow.
Yes,
I feel like I kind of gave a little Lady Gaga ode to that. I bought a hair piece. I was Lady Gaga for Halloween in high school, and I bought that little hair piece. But I feel like this is bringing me back some vibes.
Yes. It's very chic.
I love Lady Gaga. I love all of her transformations. We're going to talk
100%.
more about her documentary later. I'm going to give my word out to Miley Cyrus. This girl has repainted herself many a time.
Yes, she has.
Getting rid of the Disney image, going to the wrecking ball, chain on a ball, tongue out,
twerking.
That's true.
Yeah. That Halloween costume was everywhere.
Yes,
for sure.
And then all of a sudden emerges a different Miley that I actually haven't seen before. It's smoother, purer, has country, which is like an ode back to her hometown of Nashville. I feel like she's kind of following in her father's footsteps a little bit.
Yeah.
But she obviously got back together with her boyfriend, Liam. Sexy couple.
Yes.
And
So
I just
sexy.
feel like she moved to Malibu. She has her animals. She kind of got rid of this like druggy persona. Not that that's wrong, but I just think that like it's a new Miley. It's like a rebirth was what it felt like with seeing Malibu.
This is the Miley I'm here for.
Right.
I'm so excited to see what she does from here on out
Definitely.
because she is going to give us some bangers. I already
She's
know.
a beautiful singer. Her
Absolutely.
voice
It's
is
so pure,
amazing.
so
And I can't wait
beautiful.
to hear her perform tonight.
Oh, yeah, she's going to kill it.
There is something. She always performs live so well.
So well. She has
does.
a beautiful voice.
Yes.
I am so excited to toss back to the red carpet. We have Ashanti.
Stop.
We have Ashanti. Emily and Ariana are with Ashanti right now at Madison Square Garden. Let's check back with them right now.
Hey
Hey guys, welcome back to the red carpet. So things are really heating up here. We've seen a ton of people walk by. We just saw Camila Cabello, which is one of my favorite new artists right now.
Me too. I am loving her new album, Camila. We've been talking about this all year on the Mention, our pop culture show, about how much it's like been her breakout year.
Exactly. And right before that, we just saw Ashanti, who's coming out with new music, and she looks like a gorgeous disco ball.
And you know something funny? Ashanti actually is guarding her voice. It seems like for tonight she's not talking, so her mom was doing interviews for her. But she was a vision in gold. So hopefully, maybe we'll see her doing some kind of performance tonight. Kelly Clarkson actually just walked by, and she always has big hair, big voice. I love Kelly Clarkson.
Absolutely. And it is so funny about Ashanti because I do feel like that was the ultimate momager moment.
Oh yeah, her mom was like, "I will answer these questions for you." So actually, Mayor De Blasio and his wife are coming over.
Come on in, step on in.
Hi, we're live with Refinery 29.
Hi.
Live.
So
it's very live here.
Very live. So this is an exciting time because the Grammys are in New York City. What does it mean to have it back here?
Oh, it's been 15 years. It's been a long time. This is where the Grammys should be. This is the home of music, the headquarters of music, where so many artists are born, or if they weren't born here, they come here to be successful. So we're elated.
Oh, we are too.
And we love our brothers and sisters on the West Coast, but we are where hip hop started. We're where salsa started, and the American punk scene and so many other amazing musical developments happened right here. And the jazz scene back in the day in Harlem and so many other things. So this is where the Grammys belong, and we hope that this week will really convince everyone at the Recording Academy this is the right place.
Yes, I love that. And tonight we're talking about the Time's Up movement and how, all industries can better support women in the music industry. What do you guys think needs to happen in order for us to see some real change?
Look, I'm going to start to say the fact that voices are now being raised, knowing they will be supported by women and men both, and it's incumbent upon all of us in government to make changes that say to the entire society it won't be tolerated anymore, and there will be consequences.
I think what's happening here tonight goes a long way to raising consciousness. The world is watching, so they see us with our white roses, and we know that we're standing in solidarity with the Me Too movement, that we want to end sexual assault and harassment in the workplace, in Hollywood, and fast food restaurants, and on casting couches, wherever it is. And we're sending that message while everyone is watching us tonight.
Absolutely. We couldn't agree with that more. And tonight we're also celebrating, music and artists. So I have to ask, what is your favorite song that you've heard this year? Is there one that you listen to on the way over to this red carpet?
Okay. Redbone.
I've got one that's not nominated. Is that okay?
A-okay?
Borders by Saint Beauty.
I love that. We just interviewed them on Refinery 29.
Okay, really? That blew me away. Blew me away. We saw it. We heard it during the end of Insecure, one of the episodes.
We are big Insecure fans here.
I have got to find that song. It's haunting. It's beautiful.
Can I say I love that you guys watch Insecure, by the way?
Everything about this has made me so happy.
When is it coming back? Yes. We need inside information. When is Insecure coming back?
Summer. I bet it's summertime. Right. Yes. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and have so much fun tonight.
You too. Enjoy it, everyone.
Thank you,
Welcome to New York, everyone.
Thanks,
Welcome
guys.
to New York. Thank you.
Okay, guys, that was so cool.
I've never been happier, honestly.
I'm talking to the mayor of New York. They watch Insecure as a couple, just like couple goals. What?
I just feel like I just absolutely love how much they're so proud of New York and the music scene. I mean, because it is so true. So much music has come from the city. And it is so special to have it back here. And I feel like they were blooming with pride. I feel like New York is like their baby. And this is like a big moment for them.
Yeah, it's so true. From all the different genres, but I think especially, hip hop was really born out of New York. And that is, there's such a big influence on Tonight Show in particular. So I feel like having it in New York is really important. And, we were talking a little bit about some of the names we've seen, and I was sharing that I was at the Rock Nation brunch yesterday.
Yes. Meanwhile, at the Rock Nation brunch, Ari met Mariah Carey and Beyonce, two small names you probably never heard of.
Casual, like a little small meeting. But what I was going to say is that, Jay-Z, Jim Jones, Diddy, all of these artists that were born and raised in New York were all hanging out and having a moment. And that was it just felt so New York, and it was a great time to be, it's just a really special time to be in New York right now.
I think so too, Ari. And as we prepare for more celebs to arrive on this red carpet, we're going to send it back to our studio team.
Could not agree with you guys more. Best time to be in New York. Absolutely. We love our mayor. Oh my gosh, that was magic. He not quite Ashanti. That
wasn't Ashanti. Not quite. Sorry guys, that wasn't Ashanti.
But Ashanti, see, my days are cold without you.
But that was Mayor Bill de Blasio and his wife, Mrs. Shirlane. They were amazing.
So cute. They watch Insecure.
Okay, I did not know they watched Insecure. Miss Charlene looked fabulous in her African garb. The white rose was in her hair, so we know she's a supporter of the Time's Up movement. And I'm sorry, her favorite song was Redbone. I mean,
there you go.
Mine too. I love it. I love it.
That's how you do New York.
All right.
Yes, good love to New York.
I gotta give a shout out. If you didn't realize, I'm Latina, which is why I'm all about these Latino moments. But the next category is called La Revolución. Latin music dominated the charts this year, and I'm so happy to see that kind of representation. I hope we see it more in film and television. But let's celebrate our favorite Latino hits this year. I'm you know, Despacito is my number one, but I do want to give a little love to Camila Cabello, who sings Havana. That song is incredible. She left Fifth Harmony to go pursue her own music. Why are you laughing?
You like give me the spice, Serena. Give me.
I gotta make my mamita proud, okay? With my little acentos.
I love it.
Anyway, Havana is an amazing song, and it's an ode to Cuba. And when I went to Cuba a couple months ago, I loved it, and it was playing there, and the music, and I feel like her music video embodies the culture and the arts of Cuba. And she's just so incredible, and I can't wait to see what she does with her music. It's a good move to leave Fifth Harmony. I'm sorry.
Is your heart still in Havana?
My heart is still in Havana.
But you know what I love about, Fifth Harmony, Fourth Harmony, whatever.
Yeah, are they going to change the name of the? Okay.
I know.
They should.
I love them,
but do you guys remember, they were actually on the X Factor, and each and every one of them individually auditioned, and Simon Cowell took all of them and said, all right, I'm actually going to take you five and turn you into a girl group, and I want you five to make a sound. You Fifth Harmony. But she was the singer.
I mean,
she really was.
Right.
I mean, obviously,
it's hard for you to go in solo, and then they're like, you have to become a unit. But Fifth Harmony did come to Refinery 29, and they were so cute, so supportive, and they were talking about how, if someone doesn't feel comfortable with the decision that's being made, whether it's a photo. Actually, this is a perfect example. We took an Instagram photo of them, and one of them didn't like it, so they're like, okay, no problem, we're gonna retake it.
Every
friends. Decision is made.
That's how you do.
They're a group. They're a real group. So if Camila wasn't into it, then it's good that she left.
But she's been having amazing success so far as a solo artist.
So who is your pick for La Revolución?
Oh, okay. I gotta say, Shakira, Me Enamore. I mean, this song, even if you don't speak Spanish, which the two of us do not. However, when this song hits the dance floor, them hips don't lie. You just got to go for it. Heard the song for the first time in Miami, and
what a perfect place to hear it, right?
It certainly was. Everybody was all for it. Shakira, you got my vote for this one.
You know what? I agree with the both of you. We've been talking about it all night, so there's no way we could not mention it in this category. Of course, Despacito, the song of 2017. You literally could not turn on the radio or enter a party without hearing it. And as soon as you hear it, hips were moving, arms were... Give it to me.
I'm hearing
it in my head, and I'm shaking, I'm dancing, I'm moving. And now that I know what the lyrics are talking about, they're talking about slowly, and it's all sensual, so now I might just have to slow it down.
It's dirty.
It's dirty? Okay, so I might just have to slow it down a little bit. Yeah.
There's a lot of E on that track.
It's not PG-13, I'll tell you that.
But I love it. I love it. It was such a great song. It did so much for the Latin community. I'm all for it. Support it 1,000%.
We're all dancing and singing Spanish. That's huge.
So major.
Me encanta. We're going to work on your Spanish, guys.
Please, give me some lessons. Me encanta, te quiero, I love you.
Perfecto, me amore.
Mi amore.
Okay, we'll continue this.
Okay,
we'll continue this after. Next category?
Let's do it.
Hit it. I'm ready for it. We're just giving out awards left and right. We should make a trophy or something.
It's true. I think we should. Our next award goes to an artist that took a break from music and came back in a big way. We're actually calling this The Return.
Ooh.
Okay. And nobody had a bigger, badder return than Pink. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Careful there.
Yes.
Okay. She took a 5-year hiatus, and you know what? We've been talking about Pink for the last 18 years. And for her to come back with this album, Beautiful Trauma, debut the title track, while scaling a building at the AMAs, I'm like, you don't get any better than that. And if you've not gone to a Pink concert, y'all,
I guess
It is.
I guess we have to go. I guess we have to go.
You know she's coming this spring. Okay, we're going.
Okay, we're going. Done.
Yeah, because
Send me tickets, sis.
fabulous, fabulous. And all of a sudden, this performance, this another level performance comes out of Pink. And I mean, I don't even know how old she is. Not that it matters, but the fact that she can go, make this amazing music, have this family, have this hottie husband, just like she had a baby and she became like a Cirque du Soleil performer. Pink.
Okay.
Welcome back.
On that note, Pink is so multifaceted. I remember being like 6, 7, 8 years old, and she was giving her hip hop and R&B vibes. She was in Moulin Rouge and just slayed in Lady Marmalade. Like, she has given me so many different sounds. And then I watch her perform, and I see her doing all these acrobatic dance moves, like you said, Cirque du Soleil. I'm like, Pink, what can't you do? You literally do everything, and you do it so well. So that was a great pick.
And live.
And live. And live.
Yeah, and also her and her daughter are so cute.
Oh.
And also just, I love the fact that she, back in the day when we were younger, obviously we had Britney, we had Christina, and I love that she was different.
She was
she
so
had
different,
short
yes.
hair, like she's, we picture femininity a certain way, and then she's giving us something different.
For
so
sure.
I really, really love Pick. My pick, though, for the return, it has to be Kesha. And we've talked a little bit about her tonight. Obviously, Praying is such an incredible song, especially in the era of Time's Up and Me Too. Kesha's had a really hard time. She was struggling with abuse from a producer, Dr. Luke, and was fighting with him in court and fighting to no avail. And, then she came out with Rainbow and came out with Praying. And I just feel like, what an incredible song. And you're kind of right. Like, she did start this movement in a sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I feel like her performance tonight is going to be so powerful.
I agree.
And I'm just happy that she was able to turn your broken heart into art. She literally did that. And look what came out of it.
You want to talk about turning a broken heart into art?
Tell me.
My dear uncle, Jay-Z. Now, granted, while he didn't technically go anywhere, he's always been around, although we didn't hear from him since Magna Carta Holy Grail in 2015. 444, 13th studio album, the greatest thing I have ever heard. It was his gospel. It was his truth. He talked about every and anything, the twins, infidelity, black-owned businesses. He went in, he gave all of his old fans his regular Jay-Z flow, but he gave his new fans, I'm dropping life gems. Me and Josh have been talking about this since it came out. So excited. Josh, I need to hear from you. What do you have to say about Jay and 444?
I mean, look, honestly, I agree with you, Soj. He never went anywhere. I think a lot of the criticism of Magna Carta Holy Grail was unfounded. And what he did with this album is he got angry and he said, all right, you didn't get the point of what I was saying before. Here's what I'm saying. Here's how you invest. Here's how you grow wealth. Here's how you pass it on to your children. It's an amazing album. I think it's probably top 5 rap albums of all time. It's on up there. It's an amazing
of all time. He's not lying. Like, we heard a lot about what he and Beyonce were going through. Obviously, Beyonce released Lemonade in 2016, and if you want to talk about a tell-all, that was a tell-all. So we were highly anticipating what Jay was going to come with. And he came with 444. He laid it all out on the line. It was a new sound for him. He went back and produced with No ID, who he had done a couple of tracks with before, but he and No ID sat down, and No ID said, I'm going to make beats that make him talk about what he's going through. So he specifically handpicked every single beat that we hear. No ID went into it saying, what is gonna make Jay talk? And when I say Jay talked, he talked. Come back, Jay, my uncle, I love you, I'm rooting for you. Yes.
No, it was great because it's hard. I mean, after Lemonade, that album was absolutely iconic. So I was like, everyone was like, what is he going to say?
Yeah, we didn't anticipate that.
No, and also he did an amazing interview with the New York Times, and he talked about going to therapy and how that has helped him, which I think might also, in a way, like the song and his music is also a very therapeutic thing to go through, right?
I think that helped him just be a bit more open on this album. Like, if you're going to be open in therapy, why not be open to your fans, the people who love you, the people who have been supporting him since day one. We also want to hear what he's going through. It was his missteps, it was his triumphs. We literally heard it all.
And the fact that their marriage wasn't necessarily ruined because of infidelity, but that they were able to work through their problems and stay together for their family. Like, I don't know. And like, if you see there's pictures on Instagram, go to Beyonce's Instagram right now. They are her and Jay-Z. I mean, like, obviously couple of the century, but they're just they clearly work things out, and I'm so happy.
He was on CNN last night with Van Jones on the Van Jones show, and Van asked him, like, how did you all get through that? And he said, infidelity can ruin a lot of relationships, but they decided to fight for their love. They said, we're not going to
I'm
end
confused
it
how you could ever cheat on Beyonce, but that's a whole other show.
That's a whole other album. Yes.
How did that? Where's Becky? What happened to Becky?
Yeah,
Yes.
Becky with the.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely like saw and heard Beyonce's version, and then this album came out, and it was like you said, a tell-all. But I don't think that anybody anticipated how amazing.
Because they've always given us just enough, you know. Like Beyonce's had her documentaries, Jay-Z has had his albums, and he has had a few documentaries, but they've never really given us that like open the door, welcome to my life.
Definitely got with Lemonade,
and we got that. We got that with Lemonade and with 444. So
I know. And on that note, we should absolutely talk about Best Rap Song.
Absolutely. We have The Story of OJ, an amazing song, an amazing video.
The video.
Oh, that
so cool.
Jay, Unk.
Awesome.
We have Bodak Yellow by Cardi B.
I mean,
which we all love.
She dance now. She makes money moves.
This year for her has been amazing. The fact that she came from love and hip hop.
Well, hold on. We got to take it back.
Okay, let's take it back.
She came from stripping.
Yes.
To then Instagram comedian.
Yep.
To then
Vine,
love and hip hop.
Vine comedian.
Instagram and Vine. To then Love and Hip Hop, and she said, I'm only going to be here for about a season or two, just so you all can get to know me, but then I'm going to the music. And I'm sorry, no shade, but not a lot of people get on Love and Hip Hop and then come out and do the things that Cardi is doing. I mean, let's just be honest.
She hustles, and you can totally see she works hard.
And here.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Offset said in a recent interview that's one of the main things he loves about her, just watching her come from regular, degular girl from the Bronx to Grammy-nominated Cardi B.
Yeah. They haven't been together that long. I feel like it's like he liked it and he put a ring on it real quick.
Listen,
she was about to get swooped by someone else.
Yeah, because she was dating somebody else that he's incarcerated and they broke up, and then she and Offset kind of just clicked, and once that happened, that was all she wrote. It was history at that point.
Other people nominated for Best Rap Song, we have Humble by Kendrick Lamar. I mean, that song is also iconic.
Listen, sit down.
It's on repeat.
Humble.
Yes.
Sassy by Rhapsody. And we have Chase Me by Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse featuring
Mouse.
Yes, featuring Run the Jewels and Big Boy. That's Big Boy from Outkast.
Yep.
You know, he and Andre have been they have been doing separate projects. There have been rumors.
Can they get back together, please?
There have been so many rumors
Yes.
of an Outkast reunion, and I know we all desperately want it. You want to talk about a dynamic rap duo? Outkast is probably one of the hottest rap groups to have ever come across the scene. So, Big Boy, Andre 3000, I'm talking directly to you. We need more.
We need more.
Andre 3000.
I love Andre 3000.
Also, let's talk about Best Vocal Pop Album tonight.
Yes.
Nominees are Divide by Ed Sheeran, who I adore. I wonder if he ended up coming to the Grammys.
I hope so.
I hope so, and I hope he brought his new boo.
His new boo. That is a Duke graduate. Go Duke. Cherry Seaborn. I love that. They literally met when they were children and they went to high school together. Departed ways. He got famous. She got a Duke degree.
Okay.
And now they just got engaged.
So she's British and she came here to...
She played hockey at Duke.
Oh, girl.
And now she works at a consulting firm. I did all this research because I was just like, who is
another
this?
Duke grad?
Who is this alumnus that I need to know?
Of course.
And she's 26, I think. They're 26 and they're getting hitched.
amazing.
And her ring is fabulous. She was like walking with it casually. Like the paps were like snapping away.
That's so
Speaking
cute.
of amazing rings, Cardi B's ring.
Cardi's
You
being-
want to talk about a rock.
That is a boulder.
Stone, a boulder
It is
on
fabulous.
her finger.
Speaking of fabulous, let's check out what Emily and Ariana got going on down there on the carpet.
We're not hearing that.
Okay, great. Perfect. Oh, they are
Listen, they are scouting for some celebs.
Looking for those celebrities.
I think it's so fun being on the carpet. It's so exhilarating, like searching around. Like
The adrenaline is probably so high.
spontaneous.
For sure. And guys, think about, I mean, those of you at home, there are so many media companies and publications, and everyone is on that carpet.
Right.
Like Emily and Ariana are literally 3 inches apart from each other. So that is like, they're like this close to each other, and they're right next to everybody you can think of. That carpet is crazy town in the best way.
And they're so composed, they're so cool, calm, and collected. Like, I would probably stand out just a little bit. Like, there's no way Rick Ross couldn't have been standing right there, and I probably would have been like, Rick Ross, I can, with the best of them. I love you, Ricky Rose. Okay, now my first question. So they are just keeping it cool, calm, and collected, nicely composed. Em and Ariana, love you, girls.
All right, so do you want to kick us off with our next award?
All right, let's go into our next award. We have Support Hers. This was a very big year of women holding it down for other women, which I think is very important. That's very on brand with Refinery. So we made sure we had to hold it down for the women supporting other women. My vote has to go to my girl Cardi B.
Yep.
When Cardi B made it to #1 on the Billboard charts for Bodak Yellow, everybody, and I mean everybody flooded her with support. Taylor Swift sent her flowers. Missy Elliott shouted her out on Twitter. DJ Khaled, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, like everybody just showed so much love to Cardi because just like we were talking about, the grind doesn't stop with her. We have seen her come from regular degular girl to the Bronx to Grammy nominated award rapping. Like, oh, I get so excited talking about her.
And I want to say this about Cardi B. She has been 100% humble, cool, classy this entire time. And I don't want to stereotype our female rappers, but I mean, we look at Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj. These girls come onto the carpet hot, guns blazing.
Yes.
And Cardi B, you don't see that from her.
So authentic in all of her Instagram videos. Like, you just feel like she's so real. And like when she gets excited, like she's not like composed. She's just like, I'm so excited. Like, and her videos are so fun to watch. And I think that is what differentiates her from other artists.
And that's 100%. What we love about her. She is 100,000% herself. She does not change for anybody. She is going to be who she is. We're either going to love it and we're going to hate it. If we hate it, she may have some choice words for you on Instagram. She's known for a couple of clapbacks, but she's all for just being herself, loving herself, holding it down for the other artists. And everybody just loves her. And we all hold it down for her. We shout her out. We give her all the love.
And she's collabing with everyone. The fact that her and Bruno Mars with Finesse, like I can't
that
see
remix.
them perform that tonight. It's gonna be amazing. Guys, I love Cardi B, obviously. I also want to give some love to Halsey.
Yes.
She's our age. She's like 23 years old. She's super young, but she's killing it right now. And at the Women's March, quite recently in New York City, she actually performed a slam poem regarding the Me Too movement, regarding Time's Up. And guys, I want you to check it out here. Trigger warning, it is a little hard to listen to, but I think it's very important for us to take a look.
It's 2009, and I'm 14, and I'm crying. Not really sure where I am, but I'm holding the hand of my best friend Sam in the waiting room of a Planned Parenthood. The air is sterile and clean, and the walls are that not gray, but green, and the lights are so bright they could burn a hole through the seam of my jeans, and my phone is buzzing in the pocket. My mom is asking me if I remembered my keys, 'cause she's closing the door and she needs to lock it. But I can't tell my mom where I've gone. I can't tell anyone at all. You see, my best friend Sam was raped by a man that we knew because he worked in the after-school program. And he held her down with her textbooks beside her, and he covered her mouth, and then he came inside her. So now I'm with Sam at the place with a plan, waiting for the results of a medical exam, and she's praying she doesn't need an abortion. She couldn't afford it.
Wow.
It's a 5-minute long video. Like, it's really amazing. It's probably all over your Facebook feeds. It basically went viral. And I just love that, again, she's using music and slam poetry in this really creative way to talk about something that's incredibly difficult. I just love Halsey, and I really love how she supported her friend through that situation.
Absolutely. So transparent about it, too. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I have got to bring it back to Kesha and the stars that came out to support Kesha. I mean, for those of you on Mars, we just talked about it a second ago and don't know the story. She was locked into her Sony Music contract, and her producer that was working on the album with her, Dr. Luke, had abused her emotionally and physically. And when she came out trying to break her contract, the stars that came out, I mean, across the board, Ariana Grande, Anne Hathaway, Lena Dunham. But what's so fascinating to me is the men in the music industry that came out to support her. Zed, Luke, Jack Antonoff, just to name a couple. It just, yes, this problem has been happening forever, for the endless time that this has been happening. But recent news, she was the one that kind of, came out and said, I need support. I need to get out of this contract. And the fact that, like, people even thought that she couldn't get out of the contract when this was happening, Hollywood did not stand for that, and that was kind of remarkable.
And I think one of the most important things that we need to also focus on, just regarding Time's Up, it's also the allyship. You need those people that are going to hold you down in that moment of vulnerability, where people are coming out and telling their stories. All they need is to hear, I got your back.
Right. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm standing with you, to listen to them. That is so imperative. So I'm very happy to see everybody rallying around the movement and just holding it down for our fellow females.
And again, I'm excited to see what Kesha does with her performance. I think it's a really poignant, like, it's going to be important to watch, especially to see her performing that song.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't want to be Dr. Luke right now.
Okay.
Just saying that. So to our next award, Changing gears a little bit. On a lighter note, next to binging The Crown, which is an amazing show.
Oh my gosh, season 2.
What I loved was watching music documentaries. We've seen a bunch, and these documentaries give us a serious reality check about our favorite stars. I want to give this award to Lady Gaga with her film 5'2". This is an incredible film. It's on Netflix. It is about Lady Gaga as she preps to perform at the halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Which that was in it. That performance was unbelievable. When she came down, like jumped off, and then she like caught the football. But what it really gave was like, even if you're not a Lady Gaga fan, you need to see this film because it shows how crippling it can be to be a celebrity, how lonely it can be, how it can damage your relationships, your friendships, and also take a toll on your mental and physical health.
Absolutely.
So I had so much respect for Lady Gaga, and it really kind of shows you how being famous ain't so glamorous sometimes.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
It's true.
What about you guys?
It's true. I got to give it up to our girl Demi Lovato. Simply Complicated.
Amazing.
This is a YouTube released documentary, so you can go and watch it for free wherever you are. It was truly groundbreaking. I had no idea that this girl went through so much. I mean, and she's been in the limelight for a long time. She was a Disney girl, so she
child star. Oh
she
yeah.
went through an eating disorder, cutting, drug and alcohol addiction, heartbreak, of course. And I mean, this one in particular had some serious internet bullying. Like the people that come out and
those trolls.
Oh my God, it's terrible. It's terrible. And I'm actually a recent Demi Lovato fan, and this album, this struggle that she went through, the documentary spans over 7 months. I mean, you can really hear the power in her music, and it just goes to show you that music can really heal all because she took all of this horrible past of hers and made it this remarkable album. So I got to give it up. Demi Lovato, Simply Complicated.
Those are both beautiful. Now, my pick for the best documentary has to go to the late, great Whitney Houston.
Showtime.
Yes, on Showtime. Whitney Houston, Can I Be Me? It was released on Showtime, and it was absolutely amazing. They pulled archival footage, unreleased footage tour from her tour in Germany, exclusive interviews with friends, family, record executives, and they talk about Whitney, childhood Whitney that we didn't really get to see a lot of, all the way until her stardom, into her adulthood. They talk about the drug addiction. They talk about her relationships. They talk about everything she went through. And while they do focus on, the drug addiction and some of the mishaps that she did experience, they also just add the joy of Whitney Houston, which I think a lot of the conversation isn't around anymore, especially now that she's passed. Whitney was so dynamic. She was a powerhouse. She could open her mouth and you melt into the lyrics, you melt into her voice. So I was very happy that they kind of spun the conversation and we focused a bit more on the beauty of Whitney, which I think is what everybody should be talking about. So I definitely think all Whitney Houston fans should take a look at it. It's out on Showtime. You might be able to see a couple of clips on YouTube, so definitely make sure you check it out. Rest in peace, Whitney. I love you, girl.
Yes. Yeah, I think that documentaries they're my favorite types of
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because there's this veil that a lot of celebrities have and a lot of spectacle around them, and then just getting an inside look at their life is so profound and so important.
Absolutely.
And just makes you respect them so much as artists.
No, it's true. It's true. And we do hear a lot of negative press and media about these stars, but they are people too. And you get to really dig and learn about the inside truth to them.
Yeah.
But that Whitney,
yes,
that is
an
ugly cry watch. Like, it's beautiful, and you are just...
I hate to cut you off, but India, Ari, and Fabulous are on the red carpet right now with Ari and Emily. Let's check it out at Madison Square Garden.
Hey, Fab!
Showtime, we're seeing more and more artists walk down this red carpet. Ari, who did we just see the last few minutes?
Okay, so actually, SZA just walked by. We tried, y'all. We tried to get her. She was on her way. She booked it, but stay tuned. If you check out actually Refinery29's Instagram, we have some fun coverage on there.
We really do.
Yes.
We saw Chrissy Teigen with her cute little pregnancy bump.
Yeah, she looks so cute. We saw Katie Holmes, actually.
We just saw Pink and her daughter.
Yes, they were adorable. And then on the way next, actually, Fabulous, the rapper, is on his way, hopefully coming to talk to us. India Arie is also coming by to talk to us in a little bit. And we just got a little peek at a major celebrity, Assad Khaled. That would be DJ Khaled Jr.
It was funny. We saw him come down, and instead of saying we're excited to see DJ Khaled, we were excited to see Assad.
Assad! So,
I mean, he has to be probably the youngest famous person, music producer, and all.
He really is. I'm like dying to profile him. I just want to do a huge interview, like an explosive story on Assad Khalid. Like, it is time.
But if you guys are just tuning in, Ari and I, we are live on the red carpet here, and the Grammys Awards, it starts tonight on CBS at 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Time. But the red carpet has been going on since this early afternoon as the Grammys gives out over 80 categories this year.
80
so,
categories.
Right. So
Yes.
we're giving out so many awards, so we're seeing music all day long, but we're getting closer and closer to the really big performances tonight.
Yeah, and we've heard some of the early announcements of nominees have actually been coming in. So I think that's what I like. By Bruno Mars won, Ed Sheeran won for Shape of You. There's been a few different early awards that have gone out already. So
and we got Kendrick Lamar, who won for Humble for
Yes,
Best Video.
yes.
So we're kind of starting to see who's kind of being those early predictors for the night.
Yeah, and I think it's only going to get even more interesting. I think the most probably anticipated award always is Album of the Year. So I am like, who are you pulling for that category, Emily?
Oh, you know, it's tough. I feel like the favored one to win tonight is Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So he's, the most decorated nominee tonight for the Grammy Awards. So I think he's really pulling it home, but
And it's crazy. This is actually Jay-Z's first ever Album of the Year award, which is, considering what a lengthy career he's had and how many incredible albums he's put out, he's had such an impact on music. So for this to be his first ever Album of the Year is kind of crazy.
That is wild because actually, Ari, he's had almost over 70 nominations in his course of his music career. So I actually didn't know that.
I think tonight might be the night. I think tonight is the night for Jay-Z. If I had to pick a backup, it would be 24 Karat Magic because Bruno Mars' album was one of the best albums. I mean, I think it was probably the second best album of the year.
I do have to give a little credit to my girl Lorde, though. I mean, I think I loved Melodrama. I listened to the whole thing, actually.
Yeah.
It was such a big hit when it came out. And I loved Lorde's first album, 2011, Heroin. And I was waiting for her to come out with a new album. So it was really exciting for us. When she finally released new music, I feel like she really kind of stuck to her guns, kind of had that sound that we all know and love her for. So it's really exciting because, I mean, you think back to Lorde and Royals, and it was such a hit song, but now she's really kind of expanding her boundaries. And so we were excited to see Lorde nominated for that category.
Yeah, and Lorde has always really walked to the beat of her own drum. She is who she is, and so it's always great to see that amongst women in the music industry because, like we're talking a lot about tonight, women are the minority in the music industry. I think the statistic is that 90% of the nominees at the Grammys in the past 5 years have been men. So it's like when you look at it like that and you see artists like Lorde who also writes her own music and does a lot of everything, it's really cool to see artists like that.
And speaking of writing your own music, I think something that's really interesting about the Grammys is they actually have an award, the four main categories. One is for Record of the Year and one is for Song of the Year. So they individually recognize Song is for songwriters and then the Record of the Year is for Song of the Year. So they're really kind of recognizing both talents because to write a song is obviously a different talent than to sing and perform it. So we're getting both of those categories, which I actually didn't realize.
Yeah, and that's another thing we're talking a lot about as far as women. We need more women who are songwriters, more female producers. When we talked earlier, the songwriter who was the first Hispanic woman to be nominated for Despacito, she's tied with Mariah Carey, who a lot of people don't give enough credit to, but she is she's really big for also being a songwriter of her music and other people's music as well.
Yeah, and we were talking about SZA earlier too. So SZA is nominated tonight for Best New Artist, but she's also been around for a long time and she's a big songwriter.
She is.
So she's written for a lot of major artists, which is also similar to BB Rexa, who we saw and interviewed earlier tonight, which they are big songwriters, and this isn't their first rodeo. They've been in the music industry for a long time, so it's nice to kind of see them being recognized, kind of coming to the forefront of that. But we do need to have so many more women behind the scenes who produce and can write songs and can sing and all of that stuff.
And SZA's got 5 nominations tonight, so it's like her time has finally arrived, and I'm really happy for her because this was long overdue, but Control was really like everyone's album. It was like, no matter your taste in music, everyone was a fan of Control this year.
Oh, absolutely. And what's really fun too is on this carpet, we're all together here, excited to see these artists, and as soon as SZA walks by, I mean, everyone rushes to the front, screaming her name, and the best part about it is she turns around and she waves to everyone, and she's like, guys, I wish I could talk, but they're rushing in, they're rushing to get their seats, because this is a big night for them too.
Yes, and I think that we're hearing some noise at the end of the carpet. I feel like more names are coming our way, but as we get closer to the show, which starts at 7:30 p.m. EST, there's going to be more and more names coming through, so we are anxiously awaiting.
Yes, I have to say though, really seeing John Legend and Chrissy Teigen walk the red carpet was a really special moment. So I think you're right, like you were saying, as we get closer to the awards, we're seeing the bigger names walk down the carpet.
Yeah, and if there are any names that you're missing, you might definitely tune in to Refinery 29, and also our account celebrating Black women is R29 Unbothered. You can check out out that account too. And we have all types of Grammy coverage happening from the red carpet. Our producer Crystal is out here. She is wrangling the talent. She's getting all the big names for us. And so anyone that doesn't come to talk to us, she's catching some pics, some special moments. So that's cool.
And guys, we've been talking a lot about our favorite nominations tonight. We have some strong opinions. But if you want to see the full list of all the Recording Academy Grammy nominations, check out the comments below, because we want to know who you think will take home the Grammy tonight.
Yes.
So make sure you let us know in the comments.
Yes, and we also are gearing up for some really fun performances from Rihanna and DJ Khaled to who else is performing tonight? Cardi B. I think Kesha's going to have a big performance as well. But
right now, guys, we have India Irie here. Come on in. Welcome. We are live with our Fighter 29. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Great.
You guys look gorgeous.
Oh, so do you. I love this hair. I
Thank
love a
you.
natural hair moment.
Thank you.
So we're talking a lot about how in the past 5 years, 90% of Grammy nominees have been men, but also specifically for women and women of color, we are still overlooked. What do you think needs to happen for women of color specifically to get more support from the music industry? Shady laugh.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I hadn't heard that stat of the 90% men, but it makes perfect sense because that's kind of how the world is. Also, I am a person who has been, wounded by the politics of that. And so not just that they've been mostly men, but also being overlooked as a woman of color. And so a lot of people your ages would not remember, but the first time I came to the Grammys, I was nominated for 7.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a big moment.
Yeah, it was. But it was big. What a lot of people didn't realize, it was big because I hadn't sold that many albums.
Right.
So it wasn't like I had sold 10 million, then I got 7. I had sold maybe like 600,000 and I got these 7 nominations. Yes. And a lot of the reason why I didn't win was political, right? And so I've been watching it over the years from the inside of how the music industry draws so many things along lines of race. It could even be like the biggest stars. It'll still just be Beyonce and Adele. It comes down to race a lot. And so, but that's the world we live in, right? And so I think the world is slowly changing and the industry will too. But I think it's a slow change. I'm happy to see the white roses. I think it's important. To be honest with you, I was skeptical that it would cross over into the music industry, because the music industry is literally, deliberately built on the exploitation of women's sexuality is what it is. All of our biggest female artists are hypersexual. I'm not judging, it's what it is. That's what you have to do to be that big. And it makes me sad that you have to do that to be that big. You know what I mean? Yes. I think I'm skeptical that it's going to change, because it will change the whole industry. It's not going to just be some guys being prosecuted or persecuted. It will be, if it happens here in the music industry, it will change the whole thing. And so I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful. But I also am hopeful because if women don't feel obligated to be some sort of a sexual archetype, to be a big star, if they don't feel obligated, I feel like we will be able to see more female Stevie Wonders or female Ed Sheerans or female John Mayers, or people who just have on cute clothes and play their instruments and don't have to wear the bra and don't have to be 18 with a bra on their album cover. They don't have to. Yeah. They can if they want to.
Right.
But I think it's going to be a hard time turning that shit, more than in the film industry. But I'm hopeful.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us and have so much fun tonight.
Do you want to drop my mic? Because that was absolutely unbelievable.
That was the short version.
Yes.
This is what I do.
I need to get the long version another time.
This is what I do.
I was going to say thank you for speaking those things, because I know that means a lot, and we have a lot of young women who watch this, and they need to hear people like you say those things. Yes. So we appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes. So I want to say something to these young women then.
Absolutely. What's your message?
I wrote a series of essays. They were about something else. So I was accused a couple years ago of bleaching my skin. Whole nother conversation. But I wrote these essays to explain to people things. Yes. But part 5 and 6 of the essay talks about the industry and about things. So if anybody who's a reader, read those essays. They're called I Am Light. They're on my website.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have so much fun.
Thank you so much. Enjoy tonight. See you soon.
Gail, come back. All right, well, she was dropping some major knowledge just now, and that was incredible. I didn't want to cut her off, but her publicist was like, all right, we got to go. We're getting to the carpet. Yes.
Exactly. And so also just walked by is Gail King, who is a personal friend of ours.
My favorite celebrity of all time.
Ariana Davis.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, because of Ariana Davis.
Oh.
My favorite daughter, Kirby.
Hey, guys. Step right up to the refinery booth.
We love all things Ariana.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, Emily. Good to see you, too.
I have heard so much about you, because I'm a big fan of Ariana Davis as well.
Me too. We go way back, so I'm really thrilled. Good to see you both. You both look lovely.
Oh, thank you. Look great.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So we're talking about the White Roses tonight and women in music.
Yeah.
How do you guys think that women should better be supported in the music industry?
Well, I mean, we haven't heard a lot about the music industry, but we know, just like everything else, it's an ongoing conversation. And what I think, Ariana, is it's just good that the conversation is happening. I'm just grateful for that. And I know that this is only the beginning, so I can't wait to see where this goes.
Absolutely. I think one of the most anticipated performances tonight is Kesha. And so a lot of people felt like the music industry didn't support Kesha as much when she was going through the battle with Dr. Luke. How do you think that the music industry can better support artists who maybe are going through something similar?
But I think we're all trying to figure that out. You know, it's really hard to give a hard and fast answer to that because even though this kind of behavior has been going on for years, we haven't talked about it in this way for a very long time.
I think the more that artists share their stories, the more we can come up with solutions and figure out the next.
That's exactly right.
So
when you said one of the most anticipated performances, Kesha, I'm looking forward to Bruno Mars and Cardi B.
Me too.
Yes, I'm looking forward to
Lady Gaga. Maybe,
Lady Gaga.
possibly.
I'm looking forward to Elton John and Miley Cyrus. Anything Jay does, if he by chance gets on the stage, I don't think he is.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed is right. And then James Corden, of course. He's the secret sauce that holds it all together.
It's going to be a great show for
so
sure.
Last question. I know you both love music. What did you guys listen to on your way over tonight?
Nothing. The news.
I think there was a little Beyonce playing at some point.
Gotta love Beyonce.
I love all hail the queen. Yes. And how funny was Joseph, Ariana?
Oh, I know.
Oh my God, that really.
Bye, guys. Thank you for stopping by. You look beautiful.
Nice to meet you.
Have fun.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Guys, that was such a moment. I love Gail, my former boss. So that was a moment for me right there. But Gail is also a music lover, so it was perfect to have her here tonight.
That was so special to see, Ari. But we're going to go ahead and toss back to our studio team.
India, Ari, Gail. I'm like, oh my
That
goodness.
was great.
Like,
That was
is
good.
Amazing. I just want to say what India, how she sort of phrased that is wounded. She said wounded. She has been wounded by this. And I mean, sometimes wounds don't heal quickly. And I feel that is so powerful, as I'm sure her essays are.
Absolutely.
So I'm definitely going to
check those out in the comments below.
Yeah.
Definitely. Before we get into our next award, we have another drink from our resident bartender, Josh. Josh, what did you cook up for us again?
Hey guys, this drink is named after my favorite song of the year. It's The Story of OJ. Sorry, it's not a pun. It's just orange juice. It is our classic twist on a screwdriver. So we're going to actually just add Prosecco and then toss back. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well, I think speak up, of course. That's the first thing. I mean, do little things like these where that start up conversations, of course. And
absolutely.
Yeah, just make the best music you can. Speak up and also just talk and speak for women who don't have a platform, that aren't in the music industry. So we can all come together and allow people to know that this is happening and we will not be silent. I gotta go.
Thanks, Ella. Say good luck tonight.
Congratulations. Good luck. Oh, she is so cute. Oh, she is. Yeah, the doors are closing soon, so everyone's kind of rushing their way down the red carpet. But I'm glad we got to catch Best New Artist nominee Alessia Cara.
Absolutely. We are really rooting for her, and I love that she's supporting the Times Up movement, the Me Too movement, wearing the white rose.
Yes.
So excited to talk to her and see her on the red carpet.
Yeah, and it's also, you know what I love about her is that she has so many moments, like, she's gone makeup free, she'll wear makeup, like, she makes so many different statements for women. She's like, you can just be who you want to be, and that should be enough for people.
I think one thing that we really get from her is her authenticity. So, like you were saying, she really does believe what she sings, and her song lyrics are so much more than just a song. It's something that we can all really relate to and learn from. And I think it's so special. She is literally on her way in, but she wanted to come and ask and talk to us for 1 second.
We're ready to come over here.
That was a really special moment.
This has been such a fun night. There's been so many great names, and I feel like the Grammys is just like one of the best award shows because it's just fun. Like, music is, like we've been talking about, the one thing that really brings people together. So obviously there's so much work that needs to be done in this industry to better support women, but seeing all these names, it just feels like a fun celebration tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like coming up we have Clive.
Clive Davis is coming by. Yeah, he's going to be walking by. Keep an eye out for him. And we're going to see who else comes by last minute. I feel like usually at the very last minute, right before the doors open, is when the big names come. So I feel like we're going to hold out and see who else we can find for you guys.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see behind us, we have Clive Davis walking by. Everyone is going into their seats for that 7:30 p.m. show time. We're all getting so excited.
Music legend. What time is it even? I'm not ready to leave you guys. So I'm like, I hope it's not 7:30 yet because we're having a ball.
This has been such a blast. And like you were saying, we've seen so many diverse artists, and music is something that really universally unites us, like we've heard a lot of the artists say tonight. But we have everything from country to pop to rap to R&B.
I love
and
that we opened with Rick Ross and Lil Uzi Vert, and then we got the mayor in here, and then we got Alessia Cara. Like, it's just been like such a diverse array of people.
It really has, and I know our studio team is absolutely holding it down over there, and we are doing their favorite awards. So I'm so excited to hear what they have to say, because it really is. It's such a tough competition this year.
Yeah, it really is. This is probably one of the best Grammys that I can remember in the last few years, because it's just like there's so many people that you're pulling for and rooting for, and I think that like there's been so many big songs this year that we are all loving, no matter what your music taste.
And like Gail was saying earlier, there's so many to look forward to. Like, I mean, we have Kesha, and then we have Cardi B, Rihanna. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of huge names that
I love that she was like, yes, I want to see Kesha, but there are so many other people that I'm loving. And actually, when we saw Gail, she mentioned Joseph yesterday, because when we were at the Rock Nation brunch, listen, I love Beyonce. She is my queen. She's everyone's queen. But my friend Joseph is like, that is his number one. So we got to meet her yesterday, and like he almost fainted on the floor.
You love Joseph here.
But literally, I mean, Beyonce, it's really funny with her because this has been really more Jay's year. And so while she's she's recovering from having the twins and taking a little bit of time, I feel like she's really been supporting her husband and letting him have his moment.
Exactly. I mean, and we all know Lemonade was one of like the biggest thing. I mean, everyone saw Lemonade. Yes. So it's really cool to see Jay-Z kind of coming out and being rewarded for this work on his album too.
Yeah, and actually last night at the Clive Davis party, he was honored, and there was a really sweet speech about, both of the impacts that they both had on the music industry, but specifically Jay, because people forget, Jay-Z has been around for a hot minute, and he has had such an impact on the music industry.
Absolutely. I mean, and like we said, he's one of the most nominated artists tonight, so I think tonight is going to be really huge for him.
Yeah, and I love talking to Alessia just now, and we saw Khalid earlier. I love talking and seeing both of them, but I'm still pulling for my girl SZA for Best New Artist, so fingers crossed.
We still haven't seen Julia Michaels, so I think Issues was kind of one of the biggest songs of the year that we saw too, but we haven't seen her walk the carpet yet, so maybe she's one of the ones the last minute that runs by.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys could see behind us walking by was DJ Khaled and Assad. They walked by behind us, but when I tell you that Assad had an entourage, there was like some nannies and like a golden stroller. Like there was a whole situation happening.
We're trying to sneak in with that squad. We'll be Assad's babysitters for the night.
If I could be Assad's date, like hopefully my boyfriend wouldn't mind, and I could be Assad's date just for the night, because I feel like he's like the biggest celebrity right now.
He really is, honestly. The youngest executive producer on anything ever.
Yes, literally, of all time.
All right, well, guys, we're going to see who else is coming on this red carpet before the show starts, but for right now, we're going to head back to our studio.
Serena, 3, 2, 1. Josh, I want to hear from you right now. What is in this drink?
It's been so good. It is absolute vodka, which is the spirit of the Grammys, so we have to give a shout out. Ultimately, this is Absolute Lime Vodka, so I wanted to balance that tart citrus flavor with some Prosecco. Brighten it up, sweeten it up. So it's either a mimosa with vodka or a screwdriver with Prosecco. However you want to view it. Once again, it's my favorite song. Pour in a glass, stir simply with an orange wedge, and cheers, guys.
Cheers, Josh, and thank you so much. You filled it with a drink.
Delicious.
And with the damn yams. That was a nice little snack.
Those were really tasty.
Snackums.
And you guys can find all the recipes for the drink in the comment section below. Obviously, you need to make them for your own Grammys party.
Absolutely. Now, this award might be my favorite, not just because we came up with a clever title. It's the award for the song that it's maybe too many of these drinks, Josh. It's the award for the song with two artists you never saw making music together, but it just worked. We're calling it When a Stranger Calls. I've got to give it up to Coldplay and the Chainsmokers. When I heard that they were collabing on a song, I was like, wait, not that they sound alike, but that's kind of a similar-esque, like, sort of
unsuspected collab,
galactic sound that they both kind of come with. And I wasn't 100% sure, but as we found out, Chris Martin, lead singer of Coldplay, was the only vocals on the track. And Chainsmokers brought together that kind of like, what is that machine?
I don't know.
Alex Charles is always in the back, like, like, what's good?
Boom. I'm like, I want to learn how to play those 9 little squares.
Okay, and he does it so well.
Yeah. So, and the song, Something Just Like This, which we're all obsessed with.
I'm obsessed with that song.
Yeah.
You know those doots. That's my favorite part. Do. Okay. Now, my pick for When a Stranger Calls has to go to I'm the One by DJ Khaled, Quavo, Chance the Rapper, and Justin Bieber. I was like, How did these people all come together to make this song work? I mean, DJ Khaled and Quavo, cool. Quavo and Chance the Rapper, cool. Sure. But then throwing Justin Bieber in the mix, I was head scratching a little bit, but then I heard the song and I was like, okay. Oh, this is a bop. Oh, this is a bop. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm here for it. Again.
Also, the video.
The video was so much fun. It was so
I wish I
playful.
was there. I wish there was a video vixen in that video. It was
no,
so fun.
We could have been laying by the pool. Like,
absolutely.
Can we talk about how much videos we've been talking about lately?
We
Videos
have.
are amazing.
They're making a comeback.
Ready.
And I'm totally here for it.
And her lemonade.
Auntie B.
Back to B. It all comes
always comes back to Beyonce.
Always.
Speaking of, the unsuspected collab that I'm going to be discussing is actually perfect. No, really, it's perfect.
Literally.
Ed Sheeran said that he emailed Beyonce after he came out with Perfect and was like, oh, like I feel like she would just add something to it because let's be real, anything she touches turns to gold.
Amen.
So he emailed her, but apparently her email changes every hour. So he was like, I don't think she's going to see this. Next thing you know, they're in the studio together. They talk about it for 4 hours. She goes into the studio recording booth, does one take, she's out, and there you got that. There you got that song perfect. It is such a beautiful song. The way, I mean, there's nothing more beautiful about that song.
Beyonce gets on my nerves. She is just way too perfect.
No,
I can't.
She's so perfect. She doesn't even get on my nerves.
It's just I can't handle it. That's why it gets on my nerves. I'm tired of standing. Everything she does, I'm screaming, I'm fainting, I'm yelling, I'm spending money, but
she's
so worth it.
So worth it.
I would love to see them perform together. I would love to see them perform that song.
Oh, that'd be so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Oh God, I can't.
And also, it was really cute. Ed Sheeran wrote that song for now his fiance. Like, oh, can you imagine if someone wrote that song about you? I'd be like,
right.
Put the ring on my finger. Yes. I say yes. The answer is yes.
He was like, I wrote this for you, and I'm collabing with Beyonce on it. So is that okay?
I mean, I think that just again, like we talked about before, like I love these unsuspected collabs. I love when artists mesh their sounds together, and you're like, it's so unexpected and amazing.
Right.
And they just make it work. It just works super harmoniously. Love it.
Guys, I can't believe the Grammys are about to air soon on CBS. So I guess we should end it with our last award.
Absolutely.
Guys, we really ripped right through these.
We did, but everybody was so deserving of the awards we handed out.
Absolutely. And we hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did because we love our time here in the studio with our drinks from Josh. This award is called The One That Got Away. So many amazing artists were nominated this year, but there were a couple snubs that were a little confusing. Mine would have to be Ed Sheeran. He was nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Pop Solo Performance, but I was a little confused that he wasn't nominated for Song of the Year for Shape of You, because that song is a banger, or Album of the Year for Divide. I don't know, that struck me as strange. That being said, it was such a diverse group of nominations, so, you know, it's okay. Yeah. And also he was on Ellen DeGeneres in an interview and he said that it's not about the awards. It's about people listening to your music, and his music is obviously heard by millions around the world, and that to him is winning. Yeah. / he was on Game of Thrones, / he just got married to his childhood sweetheart, so he's
Ed's
doing
winning.
okay.
He's fine. Ed is just
He's
fine.
doing okay.
Ed is just fine.
He's good.
Collab with Beyonce.
Right,
all right, you're good. You don't need a Grammy.
He's fine.
What about you guys? What did you think, snubs?
Demi Lovato. Yeah. That album was so good. It was so good. Refinery 29 is obsessed with Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
I mean, she can do no wrong in our eyes. But truly, if we're talking about someone with vocal talent, you can visibly see her singing from her gut. She opens that mouth and it's like, get it together, Recording Academy. Let's give Demi some love. Absolutely. Sorry, not sorry about it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Now, last but not least, I must say, now, R&B group The Internet was nominated for a Grammy in 2016, Urban Contemporary Album. Now, their lead singer, Sid, dropped an album in 2017. It was her first solo debut album, and when I tell you Fiend was amazing, it was amazing. But Sid, she got no love, no nominations. No anything. I don't even know if she's going to be at the Grammys this year.
I hope
but
so.
It's okay. It was her first solo debut album, which only means that more is coming. The best is yet to come. I would love to hear some more music from her in 2018. And I just know that whatever Sid is going to do, she's going to kill it. So don't worry, Sid. I got love for you. We got more coming.
Definitely.
Guys, amazing award ceremony we just had ourselves. Why tune into the Grammys when you could just tune into us?
You don't need to.
But please stick around because we're about to go on the carpet with Emily and Ariana before the 2018 Grammy Awards officially begin. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. They're holding it down. Emily and Ariana have some more to
Cheers to
say.
this awesome year in music.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're getting closer and closer to showtime, and it has been such a wild red carpet so far. And I think what we've really seen on this red carpet, too, is a lot of the white roses and a lot of people who are really excited to answer those tough questions and to talk about some tough stuff. We have seen such a diverse nomination this year at the Grammys, but we still have a long way to go in terms of gender equality and
Yeah, and you might have noticed, obviously, we've been asking a lot of people tonight for their opinion on how we can better support women in the industry, but it's because the time really is up, and we're kind of, I think Hollywood has finally started talking about all of these things, but the music industry needs to pay attention as well. So we have to, speak up. The time is now, and I think that when you have the opportunity to talk to people who have these platforms in the spotlight, you kind of have to take it.
And it seems like they're really taking advantage of that moment, too. And I think tonight on the stage, we're going to see some huge moments of people really owning that space and talking about things that really matter to them.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a really, really great show.
Yep, but there's going to be some danceable moments, too. Like, I think people are going to go crazy when Cardi goes on, when Rihanna goes on. Like, it's going to be a really fun show, I think.
So, too. I mean, and the Grammys are so fun, too, because you always have those shady moments also. I mean, it's one of those things where it's fun to watch.
And I do think that James Corden is going to kill it as host. Like, he's so funny. I always love watching carpool karaoke with him, but I feel like he's going to take the stage and just, I feel like he's one of those hosts who can, always get the right balance.
Exactly. And we talked about that, too, even when at the SAG Awards when Kristen Bell was their first ever host. She kind of struck the right balance of funny, celebratory, but also a little bit serious and making jokes. And I think James Corden is really going to crush that, too.
Yeah, and as good as he is, though, I would have liked to see a female host. So hopefully next year maybe the Grammys will switch things up a little bit, but it's a CBS show, and so I think that they want to have James Corden for that, but maybe Gail should host next year.
Honestly.
Yes, I would love to see Gail King host the show. CBS, I'm calling you.
So the carpet is slowly winding down. It's obviously not as crazy before if you saw some of the earlier streams. But what's really interesting is Ariana, she was at the Grammys last year, and it's kind of these last moments where we see a lot of big names like Rihanna or Beyonce to come through.
Yes, I remember last year, literally, we were about to wrap and J-Lo walked by and we were like, oh my God, it's Jennifer Lopez. So I feel like the last minutes as the carpet is kind of closing down is when the big names really show up. So we're holding on to hope for you guys. We're sticking it out, hoping that maybe we'll see a couple last minute trickle-ins before the show gets started.
But the show is airing so soon at 7:30 on CBS.
Yes.
I'm absolutely so excited to watch this.
Yes, me and Emily have been talking about this all week, and our executive producer, Crystal, we've been talking about what we're looking forward to, all the nominees, and I think it's going to be like a nail-biter in some of these categories.
I really think so, too. And, like we were saying, Best New Artist is one thing I'm really looking forward to.
Yes.
A lot of great artists there. Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year.
Yes.
It's going to be tough.
It really is. But if you had to pick, if you were like, okay, Record of the Year, I got to just pick one, what is your pick, Emily? I know. It's a tough choice.
I think I'm going to go Despacito.
Ooh.
I just feel like that was the song of the summer. I know Serena's back home cheering me on for that one, too. That was the absolute song of the year.
I am so torn in that category because I love the story of OJ. I feel like it was such an important song for so many reasons, and this is really Jay-Z's year. I love that song. But Despacito also, if you're really just talking about the song that was inescapable in 2017 and also had a major impact on the music world and Latinos, I feel like that was also a huge song. So I'm tied on those two.
Yeah, no, I mean, and so many great nominations tonight. Can't wait to see who brings it all home. And guys, it looks like the carpet is wrapping up here. Everyone's going inside for the show. So on behalf of myself and Ariana and Steve, Sojourner, Serena, everyone back in our studio, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Yes, thank you guys. It's been such a special night. We really appreciate you guys watching the pre-show for the 60th Annual Grammy Awards. Enjoy the show. Check it out over on CBS Now.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.